All right, so guys, watch this. We're live right now. Aaron Bree does not know that we're live. I'm gonna bring Aaron Bree on. He has no idea that we're live. Watch this.
So yeah, like you see where it has the channel tag.
Oh, now he just realized it. Aaron, what's up, man?
That's unfair. You shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Why not?
What if I was like picking my nose or something?
What if?
Not fair, man.
Oh, good morning. How are we doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Waiting for Zunaid. What happened? HRD. Rewind the stream like 30 seconds, and then you'll see why I'm laughing. All right. Anyway, I've got my Benzinga Pro up open here. I'll bring it up on the screen in a sec. And Aaron, you can do the same. And then when Zunaid joins, whenever that is, he can do the same. This is like a weird early version of Benzinga Live. But here's my Pro. Whoa, nice new background from Money Mitch. Very, very cool. Here's what I'm looking at. This is what I look at every single day when I get in. This is the very first screen that I open up or that I put my eyeballs on, and I look at the top left, I look at the bottom left, and I see what interests me. And I use the quality of the tickers or of the names to inform how I feel about the day, right? And today you see a whole lot of, for lack of a better term, garbage. I see a lot of like just crappy stocks that I have no interest in, and that does not give me a good feeling about the market. Like if I see a lot of like bellwether, large cap, tech stocks, up, maybe not even leading, but like at the very least like near the top of my gainers tool, that makes me feel good. But if I see a lot of like really like just beaten down stuff at the top, that does not make me feel good at all. So that's what it is today. There's a lot of stocks I've never heard of that are up double-digit percent. Things like stocks like Canaan, which is a crypto miner, which is down to $3 from its all-time high of what is it? All-time high of $39 a year ago. So this does not make me. So this is what informs my sentiment. This does not make me feel good about the market when I see like Grab Holdings and I see Canada Goose, right? And
well, Canada Goose reported earnings yesterday.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's Canada Goose. We got Zunaid in the house. Zunaid, what's up, man?
What up? I guess, Spencer, to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
The thing that I would say that would make me kind of bullish heading into today is looking at the indices, the Qs, SPY, pre-market. It looks like we're coming off the lows. I'd be worried if we open and go back to those lows or dip below. But if we're able to kind of hold above those pre-market lows, I'd see that as a bullish sign. And also, and I was planning on talking about this more on Benzinga Live later, but I feel like we're just in the middle of this whole. We're just getting sloshed with bearish headline after bearish headline. And I think it's important that, there are some kind of good things that I'm seeing that are by in large part getting buried by this just kind of onslaught of bearish headlines. I'm not saying, like things are really good right now. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying there are some things out there that I think we can look at to say, okay, maybe it's not, 100% bad, doom and gloom. The whole market's going to crash.
Yeah. Well, can I interest you in another bearish headline?
Yeah, sure.
From just now.
Okay.
From 5 minutes ago from Harley-Davidson. Harley-Davidson is suspending their vehicle assembly and shipments for 2 weeks. I guess there is a problem with they're saying a third-party supplier. So if I go look at HOG right now, HOG, which remains one of, if not the best ticker on Wall Street. That stock now down 7% in the last 5 minutes on that headline. So,
yeah, and I mean, I think we're going to continue seeing companies talk about the supply chain issues and whatnot. But one of the things where I think we could look at it as a glimmer of hope
is down 10%. Excuse me.
It does look like China is starting to kind of, ease out of its strictest lockdown since the beginning of COVID. But look, I mean, Yeah, right now, the thing that I'm worried about, and I know we have a headline out right now about Cathie Wood talking about the incredible inventory rate, and that will hopefully bring prices down. I'm worried about like are we sure these companies, even like the retail stores are even going to bring their prices down? Like they could easily just keep their prices where they're at, even with their inventory, and trucking's getting cheaper, all this stuff. Like
So
that's how it should work. Supply increase, price goes down. But I think a lot of corporations, including like gas companies, will say, "Oh, I mean, we've been charging this. Like, why would we want to bring our prices down? We can keep charging $4.50 a gallon."
gas will come down if the price of oil comes down. The rest of it, though, probably won't. But that's kind of, I mean, that's not good, but like it kind of like that's deflationary when prices stop going up. That's the point. It's not about prices going down. It's like prices stop going up. And I get it that we all want to see lower prices for goods. Obviously, I was telling the pre-market prep guys that I spent $8 last night on a stick of Old Spice deodorant at CVS, which maybe I shouldn't have gone to CVS. Maybe I should have gone. I don't know. Whatever. $8 for deodorant is a lot of money, and price. We want to see prices not going higher. That's the thing, right?
And here's the headline: Cathie Wood says record-breaking inventories could lead to weaker prices. And Cathie Wood's been a big, she's talked a lot about deflation in the past. So I don't know. I mean, I think, like I said, like the common knowledge would tell us that as inventory increases, you can look at trucking rates, that it should be, that's what should happen. Prices should cease to go up. So I'd be very surprised if, when we get May's CPI in June, if it's not lower than we got last month, which was lower than the month before, but still higher than estimates. That could be one of the things that's like, okay, at least if we're getting all these other bearish headlines, at least maybe inflation is starting to come down, which who's to say? We'll know next month.
Mr. Suleman, what's up, man? How we doing?
What's going on? What's the bearish headline today?
I mean, I'm just saying that there's been an onslaught the past
There's bearish headlines every day.
2 weeks of
What's today?
Hog.
Well, there was just a Harley-Davidson suspending production for a couple weeks, but
okay.
it's really, or I could tell you that the fact that we're going to open lower here across the board.
Well, that I see. I just didn't know what the impact. I didn't know the reason that was. But...
No, it's everyone keeps asking. That's the thing. Okay, everyone keeps asking for a reason. Why are we down? Why are we down? The best tip I ever got, the best answer I ever heard to this question.
If you say there are more sellers than buyers, I swear to God.
No, I'm not going to say that. But I asked that question like not long after I joined Benzinga. The market was up or down or something. I don't even know. And I asked our news desk. I was at news desk, what's going on? And one of our analysts just looked at me, shook his head, and he went, sentiment, man. And I went, you know what? Damn, that's it. Sentiment is everything, right? There's more negative than there is positive right now. That is why we're down. That explains 3/4 of the moves on Wall Street. I think it's kind of a cop out, but
it definitely is.
But I like it. Sentiment. I mean,
so with that said, I think, and that was kind of my point, is just that with this onslaught of bearish headlines, the sentiment has just gotten so bad, and that's how it remains until we see things kind of switch and that tide starts to turn, and at least we see some people start to get bullish. Someone asked if I had any Robinhood YOLOs this week. So when the market opens, one thing I will be watching is some of these Chinese names, Baba.
And quit, can you?
No, well, okay. Hear me out. Here's my thesis. So, like I mentioned earlier, I think as we get these headlines out about China kind of easing its lockdown, we'll see, that will have bullish effects not just in Chinese names, but U.S. names as well. So this is from The Guardian. Shanghai to end COVID lockdown, return to normal life in June amid economic slowdown. So China's not stupid. Like they want to be the biggest economy in the world and challenge us. And they will do what they need to do to make that happen. And I think here what we're seeing. So if you guys remember when we were locked down kind of in March 2020, and came out of COVID, what happened was consumer demand just skyrocketed, right? Because people were in their house for a month, 2 months. We had these stimulus checks. I think we're going to see something similar in China. I don't know what they're doing in terms of stimulus, but as they're coming out of this lockdown, I see consumer demand just going through the roof. People are going to be spending more money than they were before. So that makes some of these Chinese names interesting just on that quick swing trade. Like as they're coming out of this lockdown, oh shit, people are buying stuff on Baba again. It's super undervalued. So, yeah. And I mean, yeah, I'm not saying China, like they do things I don't agree with. I'm saying their economy has been growing faster than ours. They're trying to close that gap. They're not going to do something that will completely cripple their economy.
Well, they kind of did a little bit, but
well, now they're trying to reverse. That's the point.
Twice actually. So
right, they're saying that
yeah.
amid economic slowdown, they're saying, oh wait, hold on, we don't want to completely destroy our economy. We're going to, so that
yeah. All right, Zunaid, can you run through your list? And I also do have to step away. I'll be back in like 8 minutes. All right, I'll be back before the open, I promise. But I want to make a quick phone call. And then Zunaid, what are you watching this morning?
Let's go and add it to the stream.
Sorry,
I got you.
Hey, stop fighting.
I got control. Yeah, let's talk about it. So we've got SPY up here. You can see I've got the A385 booked. And why is that? Because that is also the May 12th low that we saw right over here. You can see the bounce that we had. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it. And what do you know? We also go ahead and bounce from that same exact area in pre-market. But you guys know I don't wake up early enough to play that. But we'll see if it comes down and tests it. If it does, I am absolutely going to look to scalp some calls on this side. I talked to you guys yesterday about on the Qs. I believe it was the 300 level that we wanted to go ahead and scalp, and we got a chance to scalp that here. As you can see, for a point, we didn't get the 2 points that I wanted, but we did go ahead and get a point, and then it was just a murder scene. So same thing here. We'll kind of keep an eye on it, see if we can get the 286 bounce or not. Let's see what the daily on this one was. Let's see where that bounce was. Let's go ahead and mark this bad boy here. Let's go to market right there. And let's see if we even touch that in pre-market. Oh, well, what would you know? That's kind of the exact same area that it bounced. So this is why levels are important. But that's what I'm going to keep an eye on the SPY and also on the Qs. Let's go ahead and move on to Apple here. It looks like the 139 is what held the support. Again, you can see it here. This is why you always got to look left, right, Aaron? You got to look left, see what's going on. Me? Aaron?
That's what I thought.
You thought wrong.
Burry's Apple puts have to have been printing so far, right?
Who?
Michael Burry.
Oh, that's right. So he went short,
but we don't know like exactly when he went short.
We don't know when. Yeah,
but let's
just say if he went short here, like worst case scenario, if he went short at, let's just say last quarter. I mean, regardless, it's higher than where it is today. So he should be doing well, no question about that. But anyway, so yeah, I'll keep an eye on it, see if we want to go ahead and play Apple around the 139 level or not. And then let's go ahead and take a look at NVIDIA. Nothing really interesting here. Hoping for this to come on down to about the 156s or the 150s. That would be beautiful. AMD, you want to talk about a U-turn. Good God, look at this one. Yesterday had a nice little rip, broke the 100, go up all the way up to 104s, and then it just cracked. Once it cracked 100, it was just short. The only thing I'm upset with this one is that it never came back and tested VWAP to give me another short entry because I was already out by like the 98s. I didn't even get a chance to enjoy this whole ride. But it does look like 94 is a level that it wants to hold, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Going to go ahead and set an alert right there. And that's what I've got so far. Let's see if there's anything else on my list. I don't think there is, but we can go ahead and take a look at good old Tesla. The $700 level was a bounce yesterday that we got a chance to play. Well, at least I did because the show wasn't on. But you can see the $700 level bounce right there. You guys know I love my whole numbers. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if we get another chance or not. But it looks like 690 is the area for support at the moment on Tesla. So we'll set an alert there to see what happens.
Do you have any thoughts? Do you have any thoughts on Tesla just like overall right now?
No. In terms of like, hey, swinging it or investing it?
Yeah.
I have zero, no idea what their deliveries are, how much cash they have, what Elon's middle name is. I have zero fundamental idea on Tesla or any other company. So no, unfortunately, I do not.
Okay.
Yeah, no sirree. Taking a look at Coinbase, really was hoping to get this one down to the 50s because that would have been a lot of fun to play with. As you can see, it did go ahead and crack 50 a few days ago, and then it went all the way to 40s. Wow, that must have been, that was after the earnings thing. No real interest here on Coinbase. Yeah, nothing that I see. There was one stock that we played yesterday because there was a $2 million flow come in. Chat, help me out. Was it SE? Damn, there was something. I gotta go look back at my trades. If someone in the chat remembers, let me know. It's either SE or SU. Is SU even a stock? That's what it
SE.
was. Maybe it was SU. I don't know. Whatever, dude. But anyway, there was some flow that came in yesterday. Got a chance to scalp it. So as always, I'll pay attention to the scalp. This time, Jessica, I know you said he missed a SPY review. So basically, I was just saying that the 385 is the same exact level that we bounced at on May 12th. So I'll keep an eye on it. And you can see in pre-market, it's respecting that level, as that's exactly where we got that bounce. So what I would love is for right out the gate, if we go ahead and test this 385, I'm automatically going to look to grab the 385 calls. So just letting you guys know off rip. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Stop loss will be below the 384s. So I'm risking about a point. And that's kind of pretty much it on the SPY. So if we get a bounce, it'll be from that 385 level, hopefully, and not just run on before because we didn't get an entry at that point. But yeah. You YOLOing anything today, pal? We got about 7 minutes.
I mean, I think I'm going to just YOLO some. So off the open, I'm going to see what we do off the open for a few minutes. So sometimes I like to wait till like 9:45, just because in the first 15 minutes of trading, oftentimes like the IV will be a little bit higher than a little bit later if you wait. So we can wait till like 9:45, see if that IV comes down a little bit. But I'm going to go try to make some long swings here if we're, you know, like if I see the Qs down another like 2% today, I'm going to try to, you know, buy some swings that expire tomorrow just for a little bounce, because
I hear you.
I think eventually, you know, I mean, we have to see some bids and some bounces coming in, because there's more cash on the sideline right now, Zunaid, than like any time in the last 20 years, right? People are looking for a reason to buy. They just don't want to be the first one to buy and end up catching a falling knife and getting hit. So, I don't know. I think right now, trading wise, you just got to play these kind of like short-term moves. Like we could see a relief rally tomorrow, but know that like those gains might not hold, or we could continue another like 3% today, but that doesn't mean we're going to go down another 3% tomorrow. So overall, the trend is down. We're in a bear market. Well, we're not technically in a bear market SPY, but we're very, very close. I think like 18.5%.
I got it up right here. We're at 19 at the levels that we just touched right now. And we're 19% low from the highs at the levels that we currently are.
Right. So maybe not technically in a bear market, but for all intents and purposes. So overall, I'm bearish until that trend reverses. But with that said, within that overall trend of bearishness, of down, you're gonna have these kind of bounces, relief rallies, bouncing up. So I don't know. I just don't want to be caught selling down here. We've already, you know, come down so much. I'd rather be buying down here than selling.
I mean, you want to look at the Qs. The Qs are down 30 from the highs.
Right.
You know
yeah.
I mean? So,
and yeah, I mean, I do think like if I had, if you gave me $1 million to invest right now, I'm not saying like, oh, I'd go out and buy the Qs right now and throw it all in there. I think I would start buying a little bit though, and knowing that it's likely that we would draw down another, you know, say 5% on the Qs or whatever it is. That's likely, but I don't think, like, I wouldn't want to be overall short right here after we've already been down. Someone just put Rice just put it in the chat, 7 weeks in a row. Like it's like, come on, like you don't want to be that late to the trend, but that's the psychology of like a retail investor, right? It's like as soon as we're so bearish, it's like, all right, now it's time to sell. Like that's when the markets turn around, and vice versa. When the markets are ripping, it's like we're up 7 weeks in a row. All right, screw it, I'm going to buy. That's right when the markets are going to turn around. So when I feel myself like seeing, oh, we're down another 2%, oh, I'm getting more bearish. Like then in the back of my head, I'm like, wait, that's what they want me to do. They want me to get more bearish here. I should be bullish. So I don't know. I'm just watching these kind of smaller moves, and trying to time them up.
Yeah, no, I don't blame him. I'm trying to look at a tweet that I'd posted on Benzinga because I felt like this was the top, but it was like a meme. This was the top. I'm trying to find it if I can. I'm going to see. Give me a sec here. You know, while I do that, we've got a few minutes here. I feel kind of bad for anyone who's looking to retire or was looking to retire and their 401k just took a 20-30% hit. Like, that's got to be tough. Because I'm over here like, do we get anything near 08? Do we get anything in terms of levels? Because I was also leveling out. I think we need to go down another 20% or so from here. Let's see. So from here, if we wanted to go to pre-COVID highs, we got to go down another 17%. Do I think it's possible? Like I said, I don't do fundamental trading. I don't look at long-term stuff. I barely know what I'm going to eat for lunch. So that's not my focus area. But it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting for sure if we got all the way down there, as a lot of companies have, and then some. But I really, really, really am concerned with anyone that is elderly and looking to retire that unfortunately may not have switched into the safer investments as they got closer to their retirement date.
The only good news there is that for most people, as you get closer to that age, you start allocating your portfolio more to the fixed income bond side, to the equity side. But 100%, I mean, for people like you and I, Zunaid, who have years and years and years till our retirement, it's not that terrible of a thing to see the markets draw down 20-30%, because guess what, we can keep accumulating in 10-15. If I'm buying the Qs now, right, for my retirement account, and the Qs draw down another 10% from right now, so what are we at right now on the Qs?
Currently at the Qs we are at 289.24.
All right, so let's say 10% is about $29. So say we drop down to the $260 level after I bought today. Am I going to care in 30 years in my retirement account that I got the Qs at 290 versus 260? No, it's not going to really make a big difference to me. But like you're saying, for the people that are very close to retirement, it does. That's the worst case scenario, to see your retirement account down like 20%, like right before you're getting ready to retire. So, yeah, I mean, let's hope that we can get some relief soon, especially for those people.
This is always just fun to look at, because why not get depressed on air when we're about to trade? But like, this drawdown of the .com bubble was about 83% on the Qs, and I don't think we got back to those levels till 2016. So that's 16 years that it took for us to get back to those levels. But enough depression shit. Just food for thought. Just food for thought.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of people comparing where we're at now to 07, 08, and then also the .com bubble. And while I think there may be similarities, I think there are more differences.
Oh, for sure.
And I mean, like, looking at, like, I don't think really
the bell's on, by the way.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's how you know I'm not focused today, because I don't even have my E-Trade broker up. That's on me, yo. That's on me.
No, you're straight. I told you I wanted to watch like the first 15 minutes anyway, just to see our price action. I honestly kind of hope we just fucking bleed here, so that way I can feel better about coming in and buying some YOLO calls that expire tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, see, we're moving up. We're moving higher off the open, at least on the Qs.
We are. I don't know how my
I'm back.
That's usually when I hear my bell.
I promise I'll be back for the open, and I was a little bit late. I apologize.
You're late. That's terrible, man. How can I rely on you otherwise?
I know. So naggerously annoying. I know. 30 seconds late. I apologize. I'm back. Okay. So, as I do every day, when the bell opens, or when the market opens and the bell rings, I switch over in Pro from my movers tab to my scanner. And that's where I'm tracking price action off the open. Because looking at price action just from the close, or looking at percentage change from the close, distorts the performance of the stock during the day, right? Because the stock can be down 10% overnight and flat during the day, and those are two very different things. So, what do we have here off the opening bell? A lot of new lows. Look at my signals tool on the top right. A lot of red. A lot of new 52-week lows. Dear Lord. Oh, man.
A little bit of Apple coming in the 140s. Let me go back to flow. Let's go take a look at Apple here. AAPL. All right, getting a little bounce. Not interested just yet. Yeah, I feel like these are the areas where I'm going to let things kind of settle in before I jump into anything. And what do you know? The previous close is going to act as resistance for a little bit. The 141 area is what Apple's got to get through. Let's see if it does. And there's a peek through. We have gone red to green on Apple.
All right.
Hell yeah. I was watching that pre-market movement, and I'm like, this looks like one of those mornings that we're actually going to, be moving high. And I don't know. I wanted to get long here, but if we keep moving higher in the next like 15 minutes, it's going to be harder for me to do so.
Well, we're seeing some follow through action here, and a lot of these beaten down names we've been talking about that are up the last few days, like Upstart, right off the opening bell there. Plug Power, very nice candle off the opening bell. Plug Power,
Rivian too, and honestly, so I wanted to talk about that for a second, in these environments where like people are worried about an actual recession and like the economy slowing down, there's less upside in picking the companies that are like value companies making money in the economy now. Because if the economy is struggling, they're not going to be making as much money anyway. The stocks can still go down. So at that point, you might as well look at some of these growthy names that have their revenue like years away, because it's like, well, shit, if no one's making money, I might as well pick these companies that are like, more growth oriented. They're going to be making money down the road. So I do think some of the growth names are ones to watch here.
Something else to consider is like, if I'm gonna lose money in the short term, I might as well lose money on the things that have the crazy upside than the ones, right? That's basically what you just said.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and also too, just the fact that it's like, if I'm going to buy, do I want to buy a name that's beaten down 70% or a name that's beaten down 30%? For some people, it's more attractive to buy that name that's beaten down even more.
Yep. Or you could be like, hey, I might as well take a flyer on a stock that's already down 90%, as opposed to, Costco here, which is still a $400 stock.
Jessica, right. I don't know why there would be kids watching this. This is a trading show.
I'm going to take a risky trade here to see if 700 holds on Tesla. When about the 750 calls expiring this week, got filled at 415. $700 level is going to be the level to hold. What's up?
Zunaid, going forward, when you say, I think because we have new options now, so when you say expiring this week, you're going to have to be more. I know it's Thursday, but you're going to have to be specific. You're going to have to say expiring this Friday, or like this Wednesday. Or
this Friday's
this
the
week.
Only.
What do you mean?
Friday's the only day.
For equity, it's only this Friday.
Yeah.
No, today I'm saying, but like go in the future, right? Like on like a Monday, when you say you bought the expiring this week, that could mean several things.
Friday.
No, for
equity,
Qs and SPY, for Qs and SPY, it could mean Wednesday.
Yeah, for equity, it's still Friday.
My mistake.
Boy, they would not do my degenerate self like that.
My mistake.
No, but I know what you're talking about, and that's what I'm excited about. Have they started that already on the SPYs, by the way? Is it every day now?
Oh, no, not every day. Are they doing that?
Wait, yeah, that's what I thought Spencer was talking about.
It's not every day. It's not every day.
But they do a Monday, Wednesday,
It's Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's what I always play. But I thought they were introducing something for like Thursday as well.
That'd be crazy.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. I see more people talking about the retirement thing we were talking about with Zunaid, and someone said like, that's how the risk should be known, right? Like there's probably not a lot of people who are 55, 60, close to retirement, whose whole retirement portfolio is like in the queues where they're exposed to a 30% downside.
Sorry, real quick. 3/4, I'm out here at 445. Out 3/4 at 445. Gonna have the rest of it at 475 if I can go to get out. And I'm out of everything at 475. That's $50 per contract.
Look at you.
Bangity bang bang. And that's again $700 levels. Same exact thing we always preach about. Same exact thing that we have. The level that bounced off of yesterday. Where it goes from here, I do not care. I do expect it to test this 710, the previous close, and I do expect it to come back a few bucks. So will it be right? Will it be wrong? I don't know. But those contracts are now up more than $1. Please go ahead and scale out. Now they're up more than $1.50. Please go ahead and scale out.
Big relief bounce, kind of everywhere here. In just looking like around the board here. I mean, you have mega caps, Apple, nice off the open. Even like, I guess I shouldn't say that because Target and Walmart are continuing their move down. I want to address this comment from the chat. And this is sort of, unfortunately, where things are out of your control. And in some respects, your financial situation is just a matter of timing, right? Because Sabrina says that her husband is retiring at the end of the year. And yeah, these are the people that are really sweating right now. The people that are like at retirement or near retirement. And again, it's no fault of their own. It's just a function of timing. The people that retired in the year 2000 got totally hosed for a decade. The people that retired in 2010 picked an amazing, were blessed because the next 10 years were incredible, right? Yeah. So it's really a function of timing, and it's in some respects it is out of your control. I like what Sabrina just said though, right? Having the cash on hand. I know that there is a slight trend now of people unretiring, going back to the workforce. To me, that really just means that you weren't ready to retire in the first place, either mentally or financially. But you definitely should skew conservative in the next if you're retiring now or in your retirement, and have enough cash on hand to last you, and maybe don't, because maybe you don't want to draw down your retirement accounts, in this environment. You don't want to sell at these lows, and I don't blame you at all. That's like, why would you want to sell down here? You don't. So yeah, skew conservative. Good luck to your husband, Sabrina. Skew conservative is my advice. And worst case scenario, right, is you skew conservative and you miss out on some upside.
Real quick, I'm going to go short here. The SPY, I went ahead and got filled at the 391 puts expiring May 20th. Got filled at 276. Why? Because you see the previous close here. I'm hoping that this will be resistance and give us at least a point or two. Sorry, Spence.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I was kind of done saying that.
Yeah, and that was my point too.
That is not financial advice. Get real, Pascal.
That was my point too, Spencer. It's just that for the vast majority of people, your retirement portfolios, kind of change as you get closer to that.
Yeah.
Sorry, AB. Real quick, scaling out here at 410s. Got filled 3/4 out at 410s. Going to hope to see if we can visit the 390. So far, we got about half a point or so out at 410, 3/4 of it.
Buffalo.
To me, I'm looking to take some money and put it in my Roth, excuse me, and invest it. But I'm like, is it better for me to just play with it?
No, please. Oh my gosh. Okay, can I tell you something? At FinTwit, I damn near had a conniption. If you know what that is.
Nope.
Right.
Like a realization.
Use context clues. No, it's like a fit. Out of fit. We were talking. I was talking with some very nice people at the conference. People that are in. They're in, I think, Chris Capri's options trading school.
Sure.
And this one very nice woman. And she said that 2 years ago, she took all her money out of her Roth and started using it to trade. And I went, no, like, why do you do that? Look, trading is great. Trading can be a path to.
But wait, you can trade in your Roth.
Okay, yes, that's not. Yeah, you're right. You can. You do that. I don't. Trading can be a path to financial independence.
He said you
right?
do that. I don't.
Trading can be a great way to supplement your income and make more money. But it's very different from investing. And the best people do both. And don't, I would say, if you're going to do one, do the investing. That's just my opinion. Dennis would probably disagree, but it's my opinion. If you're going to do one, do the investing, and don't sacrifice investing for your trading, please. You can do both. Just sock a little bit of money away every paycheck, a little bit away, a little bit away, a little bit away. Let time work for you.
You hear that, AB?
No,
I do that.
Aaron knows. I've been on this rant 100 times.
I do that. I have my Roth. I actually added to my Roth IRA yesterday. I bought some VOOG and I bought some Rivian.
What is VOOG? What is that?
It is the Vanguard S&P 500 Growth ETF.
All right, let me bring it up. You know what? I'm just gonna pull up a chart of VOOG and VOOV. I bet you they're very similar. Yeah. I mean, they look pretty correlated to me.
What, the VOOG and the so the biggest difference to me is the VOOG doesn't have a lot of the energy components in it that the S&P 500 has, which isn't a lot in the first place, but because energy has just been so like overextended or so strong, I thought like, oh, I want the exposure without the energy right now, so that if the idea is that like the rest of the sectors catch up, then I'll have better returns than if I was also exposed to the energy.
Yep. All right, let's get that off the screen here, and let's just again talk about the action today right now. Whoa, LYV, Live Nation Entertainment. Very nice candle off. Was there a headline today that I missed or something? Why is LYV? No. I don't see anything there. Oh, why did I lose that? That's weird. I've got like a bug in my Pro. I gotta get that checked out. LYV, very nice pop, up now 7.5% on the day. A lot of things with nice pops off the open. Generac, Moderna. Look at Moderna off the open there.
Before you look at Moderna, I have the patience of my ex. I'm going to get out of the final leg here at 4:30 on my SPY puts. I wanted to come back and test 390. It went ahead and tested about 390.19. I ain't got the patience for it. I'm all out of the trade. We got in at 376, got out at 410, and then now we got out in the 430. So all out of SPY. Those are 2 trades that we had, just quick scalps. And again, understand why we took it. And that was a previous close here as what I believe access, support, and or resistance. And there's my patience not working out for me, as SPY is now under 310, and those contracts are now almost $1. What's up?
Someone in the chat asked, like, really when we started, like, what are some calls and puts for the day? Well, Zunaid's your guy. Zunaid's like a dude.
I literally said exactly what the game plan was. I will say I didn't see the put part of it, but the call part of it we did. Unfortunately, we never got to that support level.
I'm looking at my Baba calls here too, because Baba was ripping, got up to almost flat on the day after being down like 3% pre-market.
Would you look at that previous close as resistance? Sorry. What are your calls?
Well, I haven't gotten any yet, but I'm looking at $90 calls that expire tomorrow. I'm gonna kind of wait here for a second, because I what I'm hoping here, if I go long, is that this red candle here is just a little drawback, and the trend will continue going higher. So I'm going to wait for that confirmation. If I see we start moving higher again, then I will hop in on these calls that expire tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll just keep watching Baba to see if we continue to draw down.
All right. Well, good luck to you. You might want to pray to President Xi or whatever his name is.
I have not taken any swing or day longs
Let's go back
in a few weeks, just because it is not. I don't know if like it's the time to do that. But feel free to talk me into something, guys. Or I could buy some puts in my Fidelity account. The thing is, I really just like to mess around in my Webull account, and it's so small that I can't do options and I can't short in that account. So I'm really just I'm handcuffed. But I could be talked into I don't know. I'm open to it.
SPY 200 puts by the end of the year. You gonna do it?
Ooh.
I was joking, but the fact that you're considering makes me afraid. Anyway, I think.
Wait. I just want to see what they cost. Give me a second.
While you're doing that,
yeah.
Look,
I want to see what they cost here. You said 200. You said end of the year.
As at end of the year.
So that's the 24th. All right. 200.
I think 220 is the lowest we went during COVID, if my memory serves me correct.
Oh, I don't even. That's it. That's probably some. If I were to do this, which I'm
220 exactly. No, I lied. It was like 217.
I'm not. Wait a minute.
Just for fun. I want you to understand that would be about 50% lower from here.
Wait a minute. Am I not looking at this right, or is that insanely?
Bro, this is why you don't trade options.
Are those insanely expensive?
Stop it. You know what? What's insanely?
Wait, what's Spencer trying to buy?
No,
he's not trying to buy it.
Wait, I'm sorry.
December 30th, $200 puts.
You asked for the puts. I was going to.
There were two. Yeah, you're so bad at this. Oh my god, this is why you do Benzinga live.
$5. $5.90.
No, they're $2.11. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the December
30th, $200 puts.
No,
bro.
I'm on the 24th. That's as far as my thing goes.
SPY doesn't even go to. There's no 24th on the SPY.
Oh wait, I went to next.
There's no way, Spencer.
Dude, I went to next year.
This is why you don't give me power, because I can just go ahead and remove Spencer as I like, and he's still talking.
I'm sorry, that was embarrassing. I went. I misread the date. I went to December 2024. That's why I didn't see that. Okay.
I see Chris Wood in the chat talking about that he's been playing credit spread. So right now with the high VIX and high IV, playing credit spreads is actually pretty. It's a good strategy, because then you can collect some premium based off that high IV. I've been playing some credit spreads as well.
Send me home. That's right, man.
Oh my god, that was bad, bro.
I just went to the bottom of the options chain and I just scrolled and I was like, oh, this one looks like it's far
So
enough.
you went all the way to
I
2024.
went all the way to 2024. That's why I was looking at that.
So here's the thing, and I appreciate you complimenting me, Daniel, on my scalping strategy. Something that I really, really, really struggle with is my patience. And I made a joke about that, but I really mean it as well. Look at how beautiful of a short this is. What I would have ideally liked in a perfect world is for it to test the 390s and then test VWAP, right? So target 1 is the scalp that I took. Target 2 is 290s. Target 3 is VWAP. And of course, the break below. Those contracts that we went ahead and shorted at 376 are now going for 580. So those are $2 there that we completely missed out on. But in this market, I will say I take my money and I run for the hills. You know what I mean? But this is something that I am looking to work on, is holding on for a little longer. Like to the point, Spencer AB, where I once took a trade last month and I believed that my levels would come into fruition. And I just went ahead and took a walk. Like I placed a trade and I placed my exit and my profit target and my stop losses. And I literally just left the house because I did not want to come back and be like, oh, it's coming down. Oh, I should just take this profit here. You know what I mean? As the SPY continues to come down. Now, here's what I would love on the SPY. I'd love for us to come back and test VWAP, which is currently at around 289.30s on my trading view here on the 1 minute. Then I'd love to go short. Or we're going to be patient and see if we can test this 385 level. If we test this 385 level, I'm risking it for the biscuit. All right. I think that's the saying. I'm going to risk some calls here for that bounce. But let's see what happens. Let's see what type of action we get. But for now, I am in nothing.
I just bought some QQQ calls that expire tomorrow.
What's your expiration and fill?
Tomorrow is the
did
expiration,
say
May 20th. The strike price is $295.
Okay. We're getting some bullish activity in KTOS. What is that?
It's
that
biotech,
is.
I think.
I'm not interested in
Kratos
it.
Oh
Defense
no,
and
I
Security.
remember that one. Yeah.
Looks like the $15 calls. Yeah, I'm not interested in it. Pass. Ooh, Apple. Is it coming down to the 139s? Where was the level I just said? Oh, it was a $40 bounce yesterday. That's what it was.
I would love to know
I'm
like
gonna
when
pass.
Burry got into his short on Apple, because he's probably made some good money on it now. I wonder like when he's gonna cover that.
When is the VCon or whatever is today, tomorrow, or is he traveling today and it's tomorrow?
I think there's like a thing tonight, but it really starts tomorrow.
And Chris is there as well, or just Mitch?
Yeah, Chris and Mitch went.
That's awesome.
invited.
Happy for those guys.
The cost of this conference, the cost of a ticket was like, you had to have like 14 Ethereum, something like that.
I don't know how much that is. Sorry.
I wonder,
I'm not a crypto guy.
Well, just say ETH is around $2,000 for one ETH. Think you had to
And they wanted 14 of it?
You don't have to pay that, but you have to have that in your wallet.
I thought you had to have
okay,
some
okay.
NFT.
I was like, who thought
to
Mitch
get
was
into it,
important
right?
enough to spend $28,000 on a
no.
ticket?
Benzinga did not spend 14 ETH for this.
Yeah, I was like, Mitch is not that important. Chris,
No.
maybe. But my man Mitch,
Yeah,
maybe
David.
maybe 2 ETH. But 14 ETH? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Burry had been shorting Tesla for a few years, probably lost a lot of money doing that. But then I think he also went short ARK, which he's probably made some good money doing that.
Well, here's what these guys don't tell you: is they tell you that they're short, but they might not tell you that they're hedged, right? So, all right, maybe he has crazy out of the money puts on Tesla or something, Apple. I don't know, right? But maybe he's also long out the ass like SPY or QQQ, right? So like you don't really know if they're hedged.
Yeah.
Because they won't tell you that part.
I want to know what's going on.
Here's my thinking. I'm sorry, AB.
No, go ahead.
ARK obviously has taken a massive pain of efforts. I assume Homegirl had some hedging. I assume she had some puts in her portfolio. But if she did,
Kathy? You talking about Kathy? Sorry.
I'm talking about our girl Kathy, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, because ain't no way she opens up her E-Trade account and it says minus 70.
Do you think
know what I
Kathy,
mean?
dude, Kathy
No,
ain't on E-Trade, bro.
I know. But I'm just saying, that's how I feel sometimes when I wake up. When I used to swing, when I used to, have investments back in the day, I'd wake up, I'd see 55% down, and I'd just be like, you know what? Why am I even doing this? I'm going back to bed.
So So to answer your question about whether ARK, I can't speak for, no one can speak for Kathy Wood herself, right? But we can speak for ARK Invest, because credit to them, they have been obscenely transparent about their process and about their transactions, right? Frankly, I don't know of many other firm actively managed ETFs that post their trades every single day. They do that. So we know for a fact that no, she's not hedged. The ARK Invest is not hedged. But that's the point, right? And I think Kathy, and I think all the people at
That's
ARK would probably tell you
insane.
this. If you have all your money in ARK, then congrats to you. You had a great year in 2020. But like now it sucks. And the point is not to go all in on ARK Invest. That's not the point. The point is, if you're going to do it in a strategic way. Do some allocation. Have like a slice of your pie devoted to ARK. Not the whole thing. Not even a big chunk.
All right, I'm gonna try to be cute here. No, I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not. Never mind. I was gonna try to go long Apple with the low of day risk off. But anyway, we're in the middle of the action of SPY, and I'm either looking to get puts if we test VWAP, or I'm looking to get long if we go ahead and test at 385. So honestly, I'm in no man's land. And the reason I said I might do something cute is because I wanted to go long Apple and try to play the bounce off of the 139s. Thank the Lord I did not, because now we are at low a day, because that would have been my risk off area. But matter of fact, if we get to the three, well, you know what? Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Hang on a sec. By the way, those puts that we got, the ones that we sold at like 4, they're not going for 6. So that's always nice when you sell early. We're going to try to be cute. I'm going to take a small size here on Apple. Oh, and it just went up as soon as I said that.
Damn,
that sucks.
Front around here.
No. I mean, I got a shitty fill too. I was trying to get it in the 70s. I got filled at 88s. Anyway, I'm long Apple, unfortunately, at 138.88. I'm going to look to get out at about 139.10. 139.10 is where I'm looking to get out.
Wow. If I had told you.
All right, 139.10, I'm out. Boom.
Good job, man.
20-cent scalp.
If I told you on Monday, hey, big week for retail here, and in 3 days Walmart will be $120, you would have said absolutely not, Spencer.
Yeah.
And yet, here we are. $120.
I'll talk about Target here in a second, but
Walmart.
I want to quickly explain why I went ahead and took this Apple scalp trade. You can see pre-market lows about 138.50. I wanted to get Apple here, and I tried to get it at 138.70s. Unfortunately, I got filled at the 88s. But I knew that, hey, my risk off where I go ahead and sell because I am wrong is going to be a crack of 138.50. So I was risking about 30 cents or so. Well, initially, we were risking about 20 cents or 30 cents. And I just took a quick scalp, and I got rid of it. And now you can see Apple is up about 60 cents from my entry point. I did go ahead and sell before then. Great job, Cheese. Way to lock in those gains. Way to lock in those profits.
Lying.
Can you, Target down 20-something% is just
I
insane.
know,
That's what is that, like $100 billion company?
Dude, it's the biggest drop for Target and Walmart since the crash of 87. 1987, man. Black Tuesday.
My QQQ calls are up more than 20% right now, so I'm going to go ahead and scale out of a few of them.
Yes.
Hang on to a couple as well, just for that
Very nice.
upside potential.
Very nice.
Let's take a quick look at Sark. How's Sark doing? So because I am limited by my tiny Weeble account,
Ooh, it is testing.
I could be interested in some inverse ETFs here.
Q's already above VWAP. SPY is now at VWAP. I don't know what to do. This is where I get frightened. I have a game plan, but then when it comes to it, it's like, am I going to do it, or am I going to be a little?
Dude, that right there is the $1 million conundrum that everybody faces.
Well, especially because like I'm 3 for 3. Do I really want to risk it? All right, you know what?
So that right there is why I go back and forth on the idea of having like physical stops, like actual stops, because the stops protect you from yourself. If anything, it just protects you from yourself, because you don't know when you're in the heat of the moment, are you going to change your mind, right? I've done that. We've all done that, right?
Yeah.
We've all like said, oh, if it gets down here, I'll just sell. And then it gets down there, and you're like, nah, you know what? No, I'm just gonna wait.
Well, so I don't have an issue selling at my targets.
Okay.
Well, unless I sell ahead of time, which I've already explained my issue is. I have an issue with getting into the trade because now I'm like, is it really the best entry? And again, you can see SPY cracked above VWAP, it would have taken my stop loss out, which would have been about 50 cents higher. So I'm glad I didn't go long here. Go short off the VWAP. But let's see. We've got about 2:30 left on this 10-minute candle. If this 10-minute candle closes below VWAP, I will go ahead and go short with a stop loss above this wick. So let's see. Let's see what the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds brings for us. I am eyeing the
Oh my god, holy cow. What's
388s.
going on in the queues? My calls are going crazy.
I just spiked a little bit there.
It just spiked. Yeah, hit your level of about 291.
Yeah,
Previous close acting
a
as
lot of tech
resistance.
here. A lot of tech here. Thank you for the call out on Snow, Stock, Gex, whatever your name is. Snow ripping off the open. A lot of this stuff ripping off the open. Again, this is why I keep my scanner tool open at all times. Doximity, which got crushed on its predictably bad report. Having a nice day. Coinbase. The way it's a spike down. Never mind. Airbnb new highs. That just made a new all-time low yesterday. Unity spiking up. You just scroll down and look at the signals. This is why I love the signals tool. Facebook, JD, all spiking up today.
All right, let's talk about depression. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. That's a terrible entry about what I'm about to say.
All right.
Let's talk about why I'm sad.
Okay.
SPY wanted to go short as it was testing VWAP. I didn't. It would have taken me out on the stop loss. And then I said, hey, let's wait 2 minutes to see if this breaks below VWAP or not. It went ahead and came all the way back down. And those puts that I was looking at, they were trading at about $3.40. And now they're going for about $4. So, yeah, sometimes, man, performance anxiety. What do you want me to say? We got 1,000 people just staring at us, which we appreciate, by the way. Appreciate all 1,000 to be hanging out with us.
Hey, if you are watching and you want to help us out, you can do so by just smashing that like button. You can hit it with your finger, or your elbow, your nose. I don't really care how you hit it, but your pinky toe.
Can they hit it with
What?
what?
What'd you just say? Did you just?
Hey, if you got it, you got it. Look, sometimes we have kids watching, okay?
Man, come on now.
AB is either locked in on his calls or
Trying
he's
not
trying to hit the like.
Trying not to laugh, I think, is what's actually happening.
No, I was locked in on my calls. I got in my Baba calls as well. So I'm in Baba calls and QQQ calls.
Zunaid, you weren't here for the start of the show, man.
I wasn't.
No, you didn't see what happened.
Well, because you said, by the way, you said 9:10 start time, so I was taking my Mario time.
You're right.
You started at 9:07.
I did say that. I did say that. You are correct. And then at 9:05, though, I was here.
Yeah.
And Aaron was here too, but he wasn't looking at the camera and he wasn't wearing his headphones, so he couldn't hear me. So I was like, let me just go live and just Aaron's not going to know that we're live, and I hope he doesn't do anything embarrassing. Yeah,
kind of like when I called you and I didn't tell you were on speaker when you were on speaker in front of 1,000 of people.
Yeah, right. Just like that. Just like that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't say anything racist.
Do you typically say something racist?
Oh,
what is going on?
Man. All right. Let's go back to the charts.
You've got the SPY, so you can see the dip, right? Came back. You know what? Do it. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some SPY puts. Went ahead and grabbed the 388 puts expiring on May 20th. Went ahead and got filled at 344. Stop loss is gonna be the higher of this wick. You jerk of a candle. All right, cool. Did it break it? Oh, hasn't broken it yet. Oh, I think it broke it back a little bit, but I'm still waiting.
You know what Pro needs? Pro needs a tool where you can like go back and look at your search history. Because someone asked for a ticker, and I brought it up in Pro, and then I did something else, and I got distracted, and I forgot what the ticker was because it was a ticker that I don't know really.
Come on.
I'm gonna try to find it in the chat right now, but
I'm out.
We need like a search history thing.
I'm out. In case people didn't hear me, I was stopped out. This is why you don't take trades after you have a nice win streak. I got in at 344. I got out at 323. My stop loss was the high of this candle or the break of this wick here, and that's where I got stopped out. Sorry. I done ruined my perfect streak. Did you figure out your
No,
ticker?
I know. Whoever put the ticker starts with an S. I forget what it was though.
You know you work for the company that can help you look for this in the back end, right?
I mean, I guess. I'm not.
Can
gonna,
you imagine sending something to like Will? Be like, hey man.
I'm not gonna be like, yo, Will, can you look at my search
Can you
history?
search?
Like,
Can you check my search history?
I'm not gonna
Not my
do that.
Google search history because that'll get me fired. But my
Wait,
Benzinga Pro
wait.
search
I
history.
want to address this. They're asking how I like Weeble. Honestly, for a like, again, I have a small account there. Okay, it's a very small account. That's where I do my like silly trades. I think the amount of information that they pack in is incredibly impressive. When you stack up Weeble against like a Robinhood, for example, there's just so much more information on Weeble. There really is a lot. It's not like it. I'm not going to sit here and say it has like the world's best execution, but most people don't need the world's best execution. They really don't. And I'm saying, in terms of like the user experience and just the amount of information that they offer on the platform, it is very good. It is very good. It's not a platform that I think a lot of advanced traders use simply because, again, the execution. If you want to be really nitpicky about your order flow and where you send orders and using discretion, then I don't think it's necessarily for you if you're like super advanced like that. But if you're not super nitpicky on the orders, then in terms of just a usability standpoint, it really is strong. There is I'm even when I go on like the app, right? Because you're on your phone, it's limited screen space. I am very impressed with this, just the amount of information that they jam in there. It's very impressive. So that's my Weeble take for you.
Let's talk about why staying stubborn in the market can ruin your life.
No.
You guys know that I went ahead and got into the SPY put, and I said, hey, the break of this candle is going to be my stop loss. You get the point. This isn't the best candle. Why am I struggling like it's kindergarten again? Okay. All right. The break of this candle is going to be my stop loss. If I did not go ahead, so my entry was on those puts was 344. I got stopped out at 323. If I was stubborn, those same exact puts are now worth about 280s. So that's about $43 per contract of me staying stubborn, and I still may not have gotten out. You know what I mean? So like, you really need to respect your stop losses, and it's perfectly okay if you're wrong. You just move on. So just an example of if you held on, or if I held on, I guess, to those puts, I'd be looking at a much worse situation. Because then what happens is, if it goes here, you're like, oh yeah, it won't break this previous close. That's where resistance was last time. And then you might even load up, and then it might even go break that previous close, and then you're really screwed. Or then if it comes down to VWAP and you're about to break even and you're like, oh, it's already a VWAP, it's going to go lower, I'm going to hold on to it. And then it just bounces. And it screws you anyway. Respect your stop losses, folks. Have a stop loss. Know where your entry is. Know where your profit target is.
Yeah.
And then go ahead and take out. How do you time your options exits? I look at the chart. So I look at the options and get an idea of how much I'm going to lose if I am wrong. So say, for example, if I'm trading about $1,000 per position, and I'm like, I probably will lose about 30%. Then in my head, I know, cool, I'm going to lose $300 on this trade if I am wrong. And then when do I get out? Based on the chart. So my risk is based on the amount per contract. And then when I enter and exit and all of that is based on the chart itself. Hopefully that made sense.
Makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to show my, whoa, got a big echo there. My QQQ calls are now up 95%. So that was a quick one. I am going to hold on to the remaining 3 contracts that I have, just because I'd beat myself up more if I sold these and then the Qs continue to rip throughout the day than if I just took this $300 profit. So I'm going to hold on to these and just hope for a strong afternoon and hopefully open tomorrow. I don't want to be well, I already took some money off the table here, and then let me check in on my Baba calls as well. Baba calls up 31%. So doing pretty well this morning so far.
SPY at 390s. Qs. If Qs want to come back and test 290s, I would be okay with going along, unless this ends up being a double top here.
Someone asked about what stocks people offers. I have yet to have a problem with that. I think it's just every single U.S. listed equity and OTC markets. if you search on like Webull for some obscure like OTC stuff, you like 10 cent, they have it. So I think that's not an issue really. Someone asked about Best Buy below 50. Was it below 50? They said, or at 50? I think they said want to buy Best Buy at 50. I think is what they asked about.
No.
I'm just curious why 50? Like what's special about that number? I don't have any indicators on this chart. I don't have any moving averages. I don't have any Fibonacci's. I got nothing. It's just straight. So maybe you saw something in a you know, I don't know, moving average or some kind of a technical indicator that indicated 50 to you, but using just the eyeball test, which I like, just very simple, eyeball support, eyeball resistance. I don't really see anything that jumps out at 50 specifically, right? You see a couple lows. I mean, actually, I guess this is a weekly chart, so I guess you do see a couple lows right at the high 48 area, right? 48, 49 bucks. What about a monthly? What's that low? 47. What's that low? 48.
Ooh.
All right. 50 is a long ways away, man. So ask yourself this: whoever asked about Best Buy, what you're saying is, I think Best Buy is going to fall. Well, I think Best Buy could fall another 33%, and you're saying you want to buy it then. So you want to buy the stock when it's down, because the all-time high is 141. So you want to buy a stock that went from 141 to 50. That's a 65% drop. Are you really going to want to come in and buy that? Because it's one thing to say that you would do it, but it's a whole other thing to like actually do it when you're in the moment. That's
Amen.
That we're talking about a decline right there. And then if it falls 65%, who's to say it can't fall 70% or 75 or 80, right? So I guess there's nothing inherently wrong with 50 per se. It's an awfully long ways away from here. They report earnings next week. Let's not forget that. If this week is any indication, then then it's going to be bad. But the market knows this. The market's not stupid. Okay, there's a reason Best Buy is down what it is the last couple of days. Market's pricing that in now. So can it fall to 50? Sure. Yes, it can fall to 50 because Walmart just had its worst day in 30 years, 35 years. So yeah, anything can happen now. I don't want to tell you though, oh yeah, come in and buy 50 because who's to say it couldn't go further? I really don't. Unless you're buying this for a long-term thing, you believe in Best Buy, long-term investment, then yeah, there are worse things to do than buying a stock down that much that you believe in long-term. There are worse things like buying it up 300% or whatever.
Trying to play the bounce off of the SPY VWAP here off of the 389.50s.
Okay, I'm sorry to do this, but can I step away again for another few minutes?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, well, this is usually when I prepare for like Benzinga Live, and I got some things to do to prepare for that. So I'll be back in a jiff.
Sounds good. All right, trying to play the bounce off of SPY VWAP here. Come on.
Let's see. I haven't even checked. Oh my god, my QQQ calls have come down a lot.
Yes, they have. And I'm done with my scalp. Quick little 20 cents. Apologies for not calling this out. It was going to be such a quick scalp. I didn't want to front run, and by the time I say it, then you go ahead and get it. It's a 7-second delay, and then it could screw you. But I did give you a beforehand. I said if SPY comes back to test VWAP, I will go ahead and try to play the bounce, and that's exactly what I did. And now it's higher than that. See, look at that. I got my entry was at 361. I got out at about 380s, and now it's at 420s. I swear, sometimes I'm just so quick with it for my own good. We just leaving money on the table. Someone asked about Mullen. I did go ahead and take a look at Mullen, but that thing was barcoding like the back of this little thing. It's just everywhere. It's just barcoding. That's all that Mullen's doing. I don't see anything here. Maybe a break above 105, which is a previous close. Sure, you've got a defined risk of 98 cents there, right? So the closer you get to that, the better it is. People are talking about AMD going high a day. Well, would you look at that? AMD. Do we dare short it here? Is the question. Do I dare short it, AB?
I'm not shorting anything right up here.
I'm short myself, aka my height, not my life. But
Mm,
nah, maybe we'll leave. If this was at 100, I'd feel comfortable shorting it for 50 cents. So nah, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
I actually could get talked into a Tesla short at some point.
Well, so let's take a look at Tesla, shall we? You've got Tesla. Range at the moment is 716 and about 693s. If you were to short here, it would not be the baddest idea. 712 could be your stop loss because that's right above previous close. Or you could wait till VWAP break. But then you've got 700 right below. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
How late can you hang out today, Zunaid?
I'm good till whenever, buddy.
All right.
I am good till whenever. I know we're shorthanded today, so my
All
steps
good.
can wait.
Well, let us know in the chat what stocks y'all are watching. I see Daniel's watching Pfizer, PFE. Let's check in on Pfizer. I haven't checked in on Pfizer and Moderna recently.
Pfizer, where are you hoping that I would be able to scalp this? Because I don't see it. Yeah,
I agree with whoever just said the market looks stronger. Lineage just said the market looks, or Lineage just said the market looks stronger today. We're not seeing even, because on any day, the stock market, right, it's going to, if you're looking at the Qs or SPY or whatever, it's going to go up and down. It's going to have dips. But you want to see like how severe those dips are. Are we making lower lows? Are we making higher lows? Are we making higher highs? So let's
talk about that.
All right, let's talk about it. So right now, Zunaid, if we pull up the SPY, right, you can see.
Well, are you talking about intraday or are you talking about how long? Sorry.
I'm talking about intraday.
Okay, here's a 5-minute. That's what I got.
So it does look like right now, if we continue on this trend, we are making lower lows from that high. But in the past, with how weak the market's been, it's been like every big green candle we've seen kind of followed by just giving up all those gains, like a big red candle. So it does look choppy for now. Hopefully we can start making some of those higher lows and we'll have some sort of bullish resemblance or it'll at least look bullish for the rest of the day. Who knows? It looks choppy for now to me.
Yeah. Just coming back up and down, up and down, up and down. We'll see if it gets a break above this little short-term crayon drawing of ours. By the way, I have no idea what our likes are at, but I do appreciate all 1,000 plus of you hanging out with us tonight or today. I guess tonight, depending on where you are, if you're like our friend Tiny Pie. Someone said Veru. Let's take a look at Veru, our good friend. Right above VWAP, not a bad spot. Stop loss could be below VWAP. Let's see what the action on this one's been like. I know it's been going crazy a couple of days. Yep. You see I got lines and crayons over there. It needs volume. Obviously, you can see the decline in volume. Nothing too crazy. But if you wanted to go long here, not a bad spot. Stop loss for me would be a crack of 14. So I'd risk about 50 cents, unfortunately, on this one. So the closer you can get it to VWAP, the closer you can get it to 14, the better. But you absolutely need volume to come into this one. Check out NET. It's been a while since I've played net. It's come down a little bit. Closer to VWAP, the better. 55 and VWAP being in the same area is a solid entry point. The closer you can get it to there. And again, the crack of it, I'd say the crack of 54.50, I'm out on NET. And then you can have a target of about 56.50 and then the high day test as well if you wanted it. But I'll be honest, for me, SPYs, Qs, and I just take the tickers that I know, or at least I believe I know. And at the moment, SPY, still kind of dancing around, trying to figure out what to do with it. This is my second 10 a.m. of the day. Wait, what time is it for you? Because there's no way it's 10 a.m. for you.
It's 10:15.
No, not for you. For Tiny Pie. Because that man's in Denmark or Germany. One of those, I think. Sorry.
He is in Ireland.
My bad. Completely wrong. All right, here we go, SPY. Can we go ahead and break above the crayon drawing? And we'll laugh if it just rejects. Here, we need to full screen this bad boy. What is going to happen? So far, it touched right at that line, and it came down. The power of my crayon drawings.
All right, I'm going to check back in on my positions that I have open. All right, we're still hanging on. My Q calls are up only 70% now, as opposed to the 100 they were
See
up
what
earlier.
Facebook
But
is doing.
I'm honestly gonna hold on to these like through close today, Zunaid. I don't really care
Okay, I like it. I respect it.
because if I do that, Zunaid, and I know you mentioned this earlier, noticed this earlier. If I'm buying contracts that expire tomorrow, right, and I spend $200 on them, that's $200 that like I know I'm probably more likely to lose than not, but I'm willing to take that YOLO.
There you
And
go.
I would implore anyone who's trading options or getting started trading options just to know like, oh, if I'm going to buy this contract, the line between all investing and gambling is already a thin line, but then when you're talking about option trading specifically, that line becomes even thinner.
Speaking of lines, it looks like SPY is trying to crack above, which it did. Now it's trying to stay above my crayon drawing here. Next resistance after my crayon drawing would be obviously the previous close, which is the high of day. But you can see why playing off of the VWAP can be a solid entry point. Now, it's not the only thing you should look at. I also go ahead and look at a couple of factors as well, such as hold numbers and all that good stuff. Like I had the 389 there, which is why I was more confident in it. Does it actually work, or is it just me telling myself it's a good entry point? Who really knows? But it worked. But I love my VWAPs. I really do. SPY's above that level, by the way.
Alrighty.
What's up, buddy?
I'm just watching my picks from earlier. Baba is
What did I miss?
Baba is
Me?
hanging out.
Boys,
Yee.
do you guys hear like a buzzing noise on my mic or no?
No.
Cool.
That's
just God telling you.
All right, wait, Spencer, while you're
Never
here
mind.
right now, I'm going to hop off for like 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, can you get the thumbnail ready? Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure it's a creative thumbnail, not a generic one.
Y'all got.
I saw that Slack message this
y'all
morning.
not
I
yet.
was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I know. All right. I'm scrolling back in the chat. Hey, Phil
Couldn't
Hall
get
making an
enough of the
appearance. What's up, Phil Hall?
What's up, buddy?
Coinbase new high of the day. Yeah, just a relief
Ooh.
rally. Right.
Well, so look at Apple. Okay, let's go ahead and look at Apple, and then let's compare that to SPY on the 5-minute. And there's Apple. So Apple acting a little weak here compared to SPY, of course. And you can see the previous close acting as a bit of resistance. Again, not 100% because obviously it cracked through here.
Phil, you look marvelous, darling. Marvelous. Apple. Daniel Torres commenting on some of Apple's breaking VWAP.
Yeah, it is trying to break VWAP here. I see that. If you wanted to get long Apple here, you can. The break of 140. Actually, it's not even a good risk reward in terms of it's gone lower and it's come back up. I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. No, doesn't mean it's not gonna work. As you've got SPY, by the way, trying to test previous highs. MSTR. Let's see what's going on there. MSTR. AB left us to go hang out with Michael. What is it? Because he has bigger biceps than me, AB? What the hell?
Dude, he's got bigger biceps than everyone. All right.
This is true. I can't pull off that V-neck look that Michael Murray has.
Dude, we had to tell him actually, like, chill.
You would only see my cleavage and my hair. That's all.
We had to tell him, like, chill with like the uber deep V's, man. You gotta show off a little bit less chest here.
I don't think he has any chest hair.
No, I said chest here. Sorry.
Oh, here.
Sorry. Yeah.
And
you
there's
gotta rein it in a little bit there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just catching up on
You're
this.
good,
All right.
dude.
So
I'm
okay,
keeping an eye on
Staples.
SPY here.
Staples having an okay day. Very good day for the XLP.
All right, real
No,
quick.
no,
I'm
no,
gonna try
no.
to
I can't read.
scalp.
I can't read. I can't read. That's a negative one, not a positive one.
Hold on. I'm gonna try to scalp here real quick. I'm gonna go grab some puts. I grabbed it 391 puts expiring on May 20th. My fill was what the hell? Oh, 361 is my fill. Why? Because you've got the previous close there, and you've got the previous high here on SPY right around that area. I'm hoping for a test back down to about the 390 50s, and that's where I'd go ahead and take some profits. You're already up about 5% on those puts, but a crack above 392, I will be out.
All right, here's what I think I'm going to do is because Aaron and I both have to prepare for Benzinga Live, and I know you have things to
Oh,
do as
you
well.
gonna leave me?
No, let's run until like 10:30. All right.
I can stay longer. I can stay longer.
You
by
can stay
myself.
longer.
If you trust me with the keys, I can stay longer. That's fine, pal.
I do trust you.
All right, cool.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna hop at
That's fine.
10:30.
I'm gonna go ahead and scale some out here, scaling at 3/4 of my size at 380s. 380s, I'm out. And right when as soon as I sell it, jumps to 385. So that's cool too. Thank you, bro.
I have to tell you guys what's coming up next though, because
I'm gonna get out of the rest here. Sorry, real quick. I'm out the rest here at 385s. Out the rest at 385s. Got in at 361. Out at 385s. Again, quick scalp. Why? Previous close. Same exact reason we shorted here. Same exact reason I shorted there. Now I'm out. SPY can go to the goddamn moon for all I care. What's coming up on Benzinga?
if you guys can think all the way back to yesterday, Benzinga had an exclusive headline on the stock Genius Brands, our old favorite, GNUS. You can see that big move, that big spike. That was us yesterday.
Spencer
anyway,
did that.
And no, I did not do that. Let's be clear about that. And the CEO of Genius Brands, Andy Hayward, will be on Benzinga Live today at 12:45. Andy Hayward, the CEO of Genius Brands, ticker GNUS. Don't worry, I'm not going to treat him with kid gloves. I'm not going to be an asshole either.
You never do that.
But Genius Brands was one of the big movers of yesterday. On a headline that they've licensed Stan Lee's likeness in their content. I want to talk to Andy about the business because I mean this chart kind of speaks for itself, and I've got some questions. So hopefully he'll give us answers.
I love it. Be tough on him.
I think I'll be fair. So that's Genius at 12:45, and then that's on Benzinga Live. Later on in the day, man, Zunaid, I'm hosting everywhere today because I'm co-hosting Cannabis Insider because two of our cannabis hosts are also at a conference, not VCon. They're at a cannabis conference in New York. I'm co-hosting Cannabis Insider with Patrick Lane today, and special guest. Zunaid, you're a football fan, right?
I am a football fan.
Okay, do you remember, this is going to be a throwback name for you, blast from the past. You remember Charlie Batch?
No.
He was a quarterback. He was a backup for the
Steelers.
For the Steelers, yeah, for like 10 years.
I remember that, yes.
Yeah.
When you said quarterback, yes.
Yep. Anyway, he is going to be in Detroit, so he's going to swing by our office today, and we're going to have him on the show. He's now a cannabis investor. He works for a firm. He works for a firm, not the company a firm. He works for a firm. Let's be clear about that. That specializes in cannabis investing, and we're going to talk about that with him at 4 p.m. Eastern time right here.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. So
that's awesome.
I'm hyped for it.
No, it's really cool. It's what's cool is how many former pros. Well, no, I was looking at the SPY chart and being upset with myself because those puts are worth a lot more than what I got for it, as you can see. Whatever, it's fine. I'll cry about it later. What's really cool is seeing these athletes get into the cannabis space because there was someone else who was at the conference in Miami that was a former pro of something.
There's a lot of former athletes. Calvin.
Yeah, but who was this one individual? Damn.
I mean, Ricky Williams, Calvin Johnson. We've interviewed them all.
Yeah, I remember.
Al Harrington, he gets buckets.
Al Harrington, that's what it was. Al Harrington.
Yeah.
I didn't know Calvin Johnson was involved. That's pretty dope.
Oh yeah. He's all about like cannabis for pain.
All right, so listen, Calvin Johnson, Georgia Tech, right?
Yeah.
If he ever comes on Benzinga Live for an interview, SPY is coming down to 390s. God bless.
Yeah. What do you got for me?
I just want to interview him. I just want to ask.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I got. Right? You get to interview all the famous people. I get stuck with AB. It's kind of unfair. You know what I mean? I mean, I do sideline reporting at night, so like I feel like I can ask a
All right,
question.
Zunaid, you can definitely handle it. You can handle
I
it.
agree. I agree.
All right. Real fast because I'm gonna hop here in a couple. I gotta get ready for our next show, which is in an hour.
Look at SPY.
Guys, look, listen.
Those
It
puts
pays,
that I sold at 385 are now at 470s. I'm
it
done.
pays
I'm
to
done.
sell rips. This is a relief
done.
rally. It pays to sell into this
Oh.
stuff. Look at this. This is just this is the market we're in. It pays to sell into this stuff. It just does.
Look at the wicks on that. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. This is an
All right.
interview. Okay, so before Spencer goes,
Yeah,
I saw that interview
everyone saw the interview.
and I was like, it would have been dope to interview.
You're talking about about that one.
Oh, why you gotta highlight it? But yes.
Freaking Luke Jacoby did not share. He got that one all to himself. Him and Raz, they did not share the love there.
Can you imagine someone mistakenly talking about her actual stock related material and was like, I'm a big fan of your work, but they're actually talking about the stock related material and the other stuff that she's involved with? Could have been really bad. That's when you fire somebody.
Could have been awkward.
Could have been very
Anyway,
awkward.
all right. AB, while you were gone, I don't know. He can't hear me.
He's not back.
He's not wearing headphones. Well, he's back here, but he's not wearing his headphones, so he can't hear me. So never mind.
We're still holding 1,050. I guess our
Every sector is now
sold.
red except for materials, communications, and real estate. But real estate's holding on by a dime. Synopsis is your big gainer of the day, up 10%.
You shut up, Tiny Pie.
Tiny Pie. All right.
I'm gonna take a trade here. I'm gonna take a little small cap trade. Gonna go into SIGA. Went ahead and got filled. $8.99. Excuse me. So let's just call it $9. Stop loss for me is gonna be below 870. So I'm risking approximately 30 cents.
All right, I'm gonna hop, and Aaron and I need to get ready for Benzinga Live. He may hop in for a few moments, but we gotta get ready for our 2.5 hour show.
When do you want me to cut it off?
What? You can cut it off whenever you want, really, man.
And I just hit this red button that says end broadcast, right?
Yeah, just don't do it right now.
I was gonna say, can I rehearsal with it?
No.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Click the big red button.
What time?
11? Yeah, 10:45, 11, 11:15.
Like, when are you going live?
11:30, but you don't gotta stay at 11:30.
I'll see it. Maybe I'll do squawk while I'm hanging out here.
You just gotta tell people about the squawk. People don't know about that you do that.
Let's do that.
All right, Zunaid, I'll talk to you later, man.
Cool.
Everyone, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.
See ya. So after I get done, my face is not that pretty to be up here on full screen. We're gonna add some charts here. Okay. Let's take a look at a couple of market action, and I'll go get into the Benzinga squawk here. You can see that you have SIGA that went in and popped above 9, above VWAP as well. So we're going to take it to this trade here again. Stop loss is going to be below 870s here. Hoping for a target. The first target on this one would be approximately 935s, and then we go with 960s, and then eventually 10 would be beautiful if we can get that. And well, what do you know? There's a little rise on that. SPY cracking down the VWAP area. I hope you guys understood why I love previous closes. Now, again, there's no get rich quick, works every single time of thing, but I personally enjoy the previous close, and it works for me, which is why we went short here, made some money, and then we played the bounce off of VWAP, made some money there, and then we went ahead and short again here. The best thing is to wait for your entry points because you want to make sure that you have your risk reward, because when I went short here, I knew immediately that, hey, my stop loss was going to be 292 and I'm out, right? Similar to when we went short here, we knew that the stop loss was the previous close or of the candle there, and then we were out. You've now got SPY below VWAP, which, because I like to hurt myself, let's see where those puts are. So we got them at 361, sold them at 383. Now those puts are going for almost $5. So that's a cool $1.40 that I missed out on. That's okay. No problem at all. I know, David, they gave me unlimited control. I have never had unlimited control. Like, I could do this all day. Who's going to stop me? Who is going to stop me? Matter of fact, I could put AB up on the screen and he doesn't even know he's on. So hopefully he doesn't say anything stupid or take off his shirt. I'm going to remove him just in case he does. But anyway. So let's see. So that's what I'm waiting on the cues. Now, ideally, let's go to the 10-minute because that's what I really like. I'm trying to trade with the 5, but I feel like you kind of get faked out a little bit. But if you're trying to scalp, the 5-minute works out for you. if you get this 10-minute candle close below VWAP, I think we could be able to test the 878s, 887. Sorry, I'm dyslexic, so that's my excuse for messing up my numbers. But for now, though, I'll be honest. You guys have seen this trade live. I've taken about 5 trades. I've been right on 4 of them. So now in my head, I don't want to give back profits, right? So I tried not to take as many trades whatsoever. The only trade that I'm in at the moment is this ISGA trade that I'm waiting to take some profits at the 935s if I get it. And let's talk about why I want to get in this trade. I can see on Twitter and on Discords that, hey, they're all getting into this trade. So then that doesn't mean that I automatically pile on and hit the ask. It means, cool, let me take a look at the chart. Let me see if it fits my parameters. And it does, because it's now above 9. And now it's above VWAP. So cool. This is where I'm going to get in. Where's going to be my risk off area? For me, it's the previous 10-minute candle close, which is right about there, 870. Because I'm not waiting for it to come down and test the 830s or whatever. So my risk is approximately 30 cents, which is why I'm looking for at least 30 cents at around the 930s. That's where I'm looking to take some profits. And I also know that, hey, this stock pre-market has gotten all the way to the 10s, but I'm not going to say, oh, cool, my profit target's $10, because then if it stops at 960 and it comes down, you were in the money for 60 cents, but you didn't take anything whatsoever. And that's your fault and no one else's. So it's always important to go ahead and scale out. I'm seeing AMD brought up by a couple of folks. AMD would not be surprised if it gets to 100 today. Could be a beautiful scalp opportunity if it touches 100. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and touch. There's the alert for 99, whatever the price point is. If it gets to that, look to go short there. But Discords, yeah. I mean, so like, for example, you have like your Atlas Discords, you have your, I got to take a look at what the other ones are. And of course, you also follow other folks like Ripster. I've always talked about Ripster. I'm a big fan of him. Matter of fact, these clouds are what he has designed and whatnot as well. So I have no problem taking ideas from other traders and then saying, hey, does this fit what I want to trade with, right? So someone in the chat mentioned Net a while back, but Net was trading around 55, 60, where VWAP was around 55. It's a little too far away from VWAP for my comfort, as you got AMD trying to go to 99.20s higher here. I'll take those ideas and I'll see if it works for my charts or not. If it works with the parameters, cool. If it doesn't, that's perfectly okay. Like one trade I missed out on, AMD, which I don't know why I typed on the left when it's on the right, but that's fine, is if you go ahead and look at the minute chart, I had a chance to play this at the $95 bounce, but I missed it. So that's on me. But once it got above VWAP, it hasn't quite looked back, and it's marching its ways to the 99.50s, which you can see is resistance first. And then, of course, the $100 is absolutely going to be resistance as well. A lot of you guys were laughing in the emojis. I'm not sure what I said that was funny, but regardless, I appreciate you guys. Let's see what the SPY is doing. Let's see if it's going to try to go ahead and break above the previous close or not. So look at how it was saved. And this is why sometimes it's important to wait for the candle to close, especially if you're on the 5-minute. And if you tried to go short here, you just got wicked out and you just got stopped out as well. So that's why it's important to go to make sure you wait for the candle to close, depending on your style of trading, to get that confirmation as well. AMD, look at that. Look at that crayon drawing right there. Went ahead and ticked it, came back down. And obviously, you can go ahead and break it if you want. But so far, cool little 30 cents off of it. And that's exactly the play I'm trying to get off of the $100 level on AMD. Will I get it? I have no idea, because don't forget how ugly of a U-turn AMD took yesterday. You thought you were getting rich, and then it just made you eat ramen for the rest of the night. So things can definitely get tricky. On SPY, we never actually got the 385 lows on May 12th, so that was a little sad, but that's okay. We got still some decent plays on that one. UPST, let's take a look at UPST. UPST, very cool. So now it's above VWAP, which is nice. You've got previous resistance or previous close acting as resistance right above you by about maybe 70 cents. So risk reward wise, I don't completely love it. You'll have to excuse me with my coughing there. Let's go ahead and check out Apple and see if we got any opportunities there. So look at Apple and look at SPY. That's a 10-minute. That's a 10-minute. Apple is relatively weak. As you've got SPY down about 0.5%, Apple is down about 1.25%, as Apple is looking to test the lows of 138s. Actually, it'll be interesting to see if it goes ahead and tests the 138.68s or not. I might have to try to scalp this one again. LCID. Let's take a look at LCID. Oh, wow. I'm not sure where Mitch's entry was, but hopefully he did close his short. It looks like we finally broke above these levels right here. Looks like we finally broke above the 1841s, give or take, but that might be 53s. It's 55s. And we're now marching towards the 90s. I want to take a look at Hood as well. Does anyone think Hood is a good investment? I have no idea about fundamentals, but like, I just see them as a takeout target, but I think that's just me trying to sell myself on buying it again.
I was just gonna say, I think the only
What's up?
way I was just gonna say though, I think the only way you can be bullish on Hood as an investment is as a buyout target, someone like Goldman or someone swooping in and buying them. I mean, there will be another wave of like retail investors coming in. I just don't know like when that will be. And certainly the trend has been since, you know, over the last year or so, retail investors fleeing the market as opposed to new ones coming in, which if you're Robinhood is just not good for business.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But that's the thing I'm looking at, because they have so much information on users and this, that, and the other, that I feel like they could be solid. But again, I do not know about their financials. I do not know about anything in regarding to their fundamentals whatsoever. So this is just hey, I wonder if this would be a good takeout target trade, as you've got Apple coming to test the lows here. Let me go ahead and see where Apple is here on my chart. AAPL on my Thinkorswim. Do we want to try to play this one? All right, I'm gonna try to play a quick scalp on this one. Went ahead and got filled at 138, 138.57. Excuse me, 138.57 is on Apple. Looking for about 20 cents or so. The break of low day, I'll be out. So if it breaks 138.42, I will be out. I'm risking about 20 cents on this scalp. So I'm looking to get 20 cents on the scalp. Let's see if I get a little bit of bounce. Come on. Don't crack the 42 cents. Don't crack the 42 cents. Just go to 138.80s for me. Or 138.75s. I'll take that too. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, there's a crack of low day, and I'm out. Took a quick little loss on Apple as it broke the previous, as it broke the pre-market lows. My exit, I'll tell you exactly what my exit was. 138.43s was my exit, and my entry was 57s. So I lost about 17 cents per 100 shares there, and that's all right. Let's take a look at SPY here on the left-hand side. SPY, I'm interested in going short here. Yeah, you know what? This 10-minute candle is going to close above VWAP. I could be wrong. My one final trade besides the SIGA is going to be a SPY short here. And the reason is because the 10-minute candle is once again closing below the VWAP. So I went ahead and got short here. I went ahead and took the 388 puts expiring May 20th. Got filled at 344. My stop loss would be if... Let's see. If this candle, or if any candle, I guess, gets above 390, I will be out. 390, I'll be out. Again, my entry point is 344. I'm looking to get about 30 cents on this one. So what is that math? 5, 6, 7. So 373 is going to be my 3/4 exit on this one. See if we can get it. AB, who is the most famous person you have interviewed? By the way, if you haven't hit the like, please go ahead and do so that Spencer doesn't yell at me. But who's the most famous person you've interviewed?
Like me personally interviewed?
Yeah. But what else do you think I meant?
Well, I don't know. Like I like wrote questions for Jason to interview Kathy Wood and Kevin O'Leary.
Almost counts. Oh, you went to Miami, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
That's
I met Kevin O'Leary there. I didn't interview him. I was supposed to interview Mike Tyson that day. That definitely would have been the most famous person I've interviewed. That's a good question. I mean, I've had
Did someone bamboozle you and then they took it?
Yeah, basically. No, it was his flight thing. No,
Wait, I thought that happened after. Oh, that was before he got there?
Yeah, I was on the way there.
Oh.
I interviewed
Yikes!
Peter Schiff, like the Nigerians from CNBC.
Nigerians are pretty cool. Nigerians are like the uncles that I'd want to hang out with.
Yeah, and one of them
one
of them like really liked me, so that was cool. I forget which one it was, whether it was Peter John.
That's fucked up.
But he said something. Like he was talking about Celsius, and I said something, and he was like, it was like me and Luke on the screen, and he was like, "Man, this AB guy really knows what he's talking about." And Luke was like laughing.
Look at you.
Yeah. So I'd probably say one of those two guys, Peter Schiff or the Nigerian so far. I mean,
that's awesome.
I'm right now. So what I'm doing right now, Zunaid, is I'm reaching out to all the biggest hedge funds, and I want to do a content series called like invest or like learn from the best. And, you know, I know there's like invest like the, you know, and basically just talk to the different hedge funds and see like, what are they doing right now with the markets? Are they like shorting? Are they cash on the side? So hopefully that will lead me to interviewing some of the like big players from some of the hedge funds.
That's pretty cool. By the way, our SPY calls or SPY puts, excuse me, went ahead and got to about the 60, got to the 70 mark. And unfortunately I missed my sell freaking price by 4 cents as SPY is coming back up, but it's fine. Whatever, life happens. That's pretty cool. Yeah, if you went ahead and interviewed Mr. O'Leary, oh man, that would have been sick.
Yeah, that would have been cool. He was a nice guy though. I got to meet him. Jason interviewed him in Miami. I helped prep Jason for that one as well. So
he is a billionaire, right? Yeah, he is.
Kevin O'Leary? I don't know.
I think net worth wise, he's a billionaire. Let's look this up, shall we? Kevin's. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna put in Kevin's net worth. I'm not gonna put in his name just to see who comes up. And it's not him. Okay. Kevin O'Leary's net worth. Oh, roughly 400 million. I thought he was a billionaire. Well, maybe I'm foreshadowing. Maybe he'll get there in the future. A SPY coming back down. I don't know why I said that like I was calling an esports game, but that's what it's doing. Come on, sell me. Oh, it looks like it did sell me at 373. Oh, sorry, guys.
I screwed up.
I don't have my phone, so I didn't even have my alert. So I'm out, by the way, SPY. Sorry. What's up?
I should have taken my profits on my Q calls.
Oh, really? You think so?
Hey, lesson learned.
Well, the funny thing is you're still not doing it. By the way, 3/4, I'm out at 373. I'm looking to sell more around the 389s because why not? We'll see if I get it. But SPY puts. Again, hope you understand why I went ahead and took it. Went ahead and crossed below VWAP, 10-minute candle. I liked it. The trend was down continuously. Couldn't get above the previous close of the 292s. And you've got Apple week here as well.
Wait,
so.
Yeah, Kramer, Mitch isn't even here.
Wait, what was the comment?
I don't know. He said Mitch was wrong about something. What was Mitch wrong about?
It's crazy how wrong Mitch can be every day on his show and still have a job leading a day trading channel. Yeah, I have no idea. Hey, Jim, you can't talk with all the wrong stuff you've given out to the world, okay? You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Kramer.
Yeah, Kramer.
Mitch isn't even here. How you going to talk? Come on, man.
Yeah,
you can make that comment when he's here.
Don't talk shit on someone who ain't here.
So what if we talk shit on AB when he couldn't hear us? Don't do that to Mitch.
What was I going to say? Yeah, the inverse Kramer. Yeah, I mean, Kramer just is on TV like every day and says so much freaking shit that like some stuff is going to be okay and some stuff's going to be terrible. So I don't know. I mean, I do think that's like, I see some of that out there on Twitter where people literally just pick his like losers.
His bad shit, yeah.
Where it's like he, you know, I'm not saying he's a great investor, but like if I went through and found just his winners, I could create a list and say, oh my God, look at how great, you know, this is.
I love Jim Cramer in our chat saying, yeah, but my show's already successful, as if he's the real Jim Cramer.
Yeah, but my show's... I mean, it's not out of the world of possibilities that it is the real Jim Cramer.
It is. Stop it. I see the man on CNBC right now. No, I'm kidding. He's like, hang on, I got to respond to Zunaid real quick.
I like, you know what my favorite part about Jim Cramer's career was?
What?
His cameo on an Iron Man.
I don't think I see that. I don't think I've seen Iron Man. I'm not a big Marvel guy anyway.
You've never seen Iron Man?
I have not.
Oh my God.
I have. I don't know, bro.
All right, I'm about to my whole day is made. Zunaid, this comment, I'm about to.
He's a handsome fella. You know who I told you look like, right? Not Zac Efron, but
you told me Matt Bomber. Yeah,
Matt Bomber.
Which is even, he might even be more attractive than Zac Efron.
I agree, dude.
I don't, but I appreciate
Michael, it. PG for puts. Procter and Gamble. Boy, I have never in my life traded Procter and Gamble. Is it good for the shorts? When it broke VWAP, yes. Now you could possibly have a double bottom as it goes to test VWAP. But if you want to go short, in my opinion, the best entry might be closer to the 142s. If it goes ahead and tests it, and then a stop loss would be about 152.50. So you're risking about 50 cents if you can get it closer to 152, or should be 142. I keep saying 52, but you get the point. Yeah, not the best entry point here. Let's go ahead and kind of take a look left real quick. Yep, definitely coming on down a little bit. Let's look at the daily. Just like everything else, coming on down, no question about it. You've got about a little bit of support at around 167, 69s. But yeah, for me, closer you get it to 142s, the better for their stop loss, just for better risk reward. And then if you do decide to go short on this break, I just don't know if the 50s and the 40, I think the 40 will definitely act as support just because of that whole number, similar to 138 here on Apple.
Yeah, I've been watching
2 cents on that.
I've been watching Rivian too, Kings. I actually added some Rivian shares into my portfolio yesterday, so love to see it up 8% today. And then yeah, Zunaid, this is just life, right? You get elated, someone gives you a compliment, and then you get, brought back down to earth. You look like
Patrick
broke.
Star. What happened?
Like
you and SpongeBob fighting again?
No, Patrick has been really mean to me this week, which Patrick, by the way, I'm trying to help you out. I know I owe you some swag. I sent you an email explaining why you haven't gotten your swag. If you help me out, send me your address again. I will promise I'll get you some swag. Maybe that will help us get to the point in our relationship where I want us to be, because right now it's not great, our relationship, I feel like.
So here's the thing. Spencer always thinks that I ask for swag, but it's because I never got mine. Minus the one time that you sent me yours. Or not yours, but like one time you sent me. Spencer was like, oh yeah, dude, we'll get you some swag. And I was like, cool. You're going to make AB do it? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. I could have just gone to AB myself.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So yeah,
I want my swag. I've lost weight. I want my swag.
Okay. There you go. That's all you had to say. Thank you. That's all you had to say. You have some
Everyone just spam. I'm missing my swag.
No. Because here's what happens: is I've had people say like, "Oh, I'm missing my swag," and then I'll be like, "Oh, all right,
supposed to get it."
Email me, and then like I'll look in our records, and they were never. I have no record of them actually getting the swag, but there are people like Deepa probably does need his swag. Deepa, email me.
Here. Oh, Jessica, you got yours. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So a couple of things. Someone's asked about NURO. You can see $4 is holding as a level. So if you want to go long here, you're risking about 20 cents. The crack of 4, I'd go to get out. But then you have resistance at 440. So it's a solid 1-to-1 trade in terms of risk reward. But if I can get over that, your second target could be about the 447s, right below the 460s. Decent. You'd have to get some more volume into this one. As you can see, volume is just dying for the past, oh God, not that way. For the past, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50 minutes. For the past hour, the volume is just dying on that. So you need the volume to kick back in. Maybe tell a food to go ahead and tweet about it. My SIGA trade went ahead and went all the way to the 930s. I have my sell limit at 935. So I missed my profit taking by 5 cents because I'm too busy talking to AB here. And look at that. We said my stop loss would be 870 because of this 10-minute previous candle support. And so far it's held. We'll see if it can march its way back on up, but I already have my stop losses in. If I get taken out, I get taken out. It's totally fine. Miss Whitehorse says you're born with swag. I don't know if she's talking to me or you, but I would go ahead and bet that you, my friend, are born with swag.
Well, everyone was born with some swag.
Right, relax.
And tomorrow I will be doing a big swag shipment. So I do see some more people in the chat saying they're missing some swag. So
am I a part of that shipment? Do you need my address again? Actually, you do need my address again.
I will. Oh, did you move?
I didn't move. So my complex went ahead and said, "Oh, cool.
Change your address."
Well, so my mailing address is now different.
Okay.
So like I live in the same place, right? This hasn't changed, but now they have all my mail go to an outside location and then they bring it to us. And I'm like, all right, bro, like whatever.
Yeah, it sounds like just some classic tomfoolery.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm okay with it. Whatever. I'm about to look you up here on Slack because I don't want to give my address out in the Google Hangouts because that could be disastrous.
Oh I'm getting hit up already. All these.
Yeah, I don't know why you would put that in the. All right, anyway,
because
that's mine.
This is okay. Yeah. And Deepa, like you're right. I see this now. See, Deepa, this is a perfect example. He was missing some swag, or he or she was missing some swag. Emails me. I can see the previous email was from April 1st. Sure enough, never got sent out. So this person is
April Fool's, Deepa. You're never
getting April Fool's. So this person is legitimately owed swag. If you just say, "Oh, I was owed some swag," I can see if that's valid or not. So no tricking. Yeah,
coming back
Alyssa.
down.
Alyssa is always helping me. Alyssa is the most helpful person here at
Alyssa's
Benzinga.
lovely. I love it. She
Love
is.
it.
I don't think I've ever gotten a no from Alyssa and Enver as well.
True.
Love it. Love it.
Facts.
Sorry, you mentioned D-Dog. I forgot to take a look at it. Let me take a look at D-Dog. Were you here when I talked about me reviewing fries, by the way?
No.
Oh, so basically I was in Indianapolis for my E-Trade, not my E-Trade, for my esports gig, and we went around a couple of restaurants to review some fries. And they got tired. Matter of fact, here, since the market's low, I'm gonna go ahead and play you. The league went ahead and tweeted out. You want to watch it with me, or do you have to go?
No, let's watch it.
All right.
So you want to wrap like at 11?
I told Spencer I might go to 11:30.
Oh,
Because
perfect.
that's when you guys are going.
Do you mind if I
Leave at 11? Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
All right, let me go ahead and share. I don't know if you guys can hear the music or not, though, but let me try at least to. All right, you ready? This is my segment on eating fries.
I love it.
Can you hear the music?
No, because you're not playing the. Let's try now.
Is it what?
Now.
I see.
It wasn't added to the. There we go. Yeah, I can hear it.
This beard makes it look like I'm a little longer beard than I actually have.
What's up, everyone? This is India, and you're watching the first episode of India in Indy. Now, with
It's weird to call
Indianapolis
yourself a
being
country.
the home of the NBA
Yeah, I was
2K
wondering
League
about
for
that.
Season 5, we figured what
Are they
better
making you
way
do that?
to get acclimated with
No,
all
it's
the
just what I go
fries
by in
around
the esports
Indianapolis. There's been a lot of talk about fries, victory fries. Do you share fries or
Do you
not?
share your fries?
Sharing your fries.
Yeah.
That's
not
fair.
sharing
What a
your
nice guy.
Oh, you so disrespectful. Okay.
So Visit Indy had a couple of recommendations for us. Unfortunately, Harris was CC'd on the email, so he's going to hang out with me as a fry expert. So first stop is Goodwood. Let's check it out.
The
You know-
restaurant's name was actually Goodwood.
You know, Zunaid's. Nah. All right, click play.
You seem to be the fries expert.
Well, a little bit. I like to think so. I've eaten a lot of fries in my time.
What makes a fry the best type of fry?
I would say it comes down to three things. One,
This man kept bringing up Wendy's, Checkers, and other
but
brand
it has
names
like
that we
a flop
can't
to it,
because
kinda
of
like
sponsorship
pizza, where,
reasons.
like good pizza will flop a little
totally
bit.
get it, yeah.
Fry, if it flops a little bit, it's good fry. It's good fry.
Tell me the worst type of dipping sauce condiment that you should never ever.
What's your favorite
ever
dipping sauce,
have fries
AB?
in.
You know
On
what?
fries?
You're judging someone
You know
if
what?
they dip their fries in this.
That's a good question.
More so than
I honestly, I
person,
hate
I'm a beef
ketchup,
sauce.
but I
love
like
my
ketchup
fries.
just for fries. Like I literally only use ketchup for fries
Whatever
and
sauce
nothing
you
else.
love,
Like, I don't put
you can
ketchup
have
on my
it.
burger, hot dog, nothing else. But I do like those fries.
I'm judging you.
Is that honey
I'm
mustard?
judging you.
Honey mustard's good. For
Nah,
ranch.
that was
Ranch.
cheese.
Oh, cheese.
Listen,
I like
cheese-
honey
Thank
mustard.
you for the recommendation. It's
Yeah.
a clear 10 out of 10. The fries are delicious, especially when the league pays for it all.
No, but that's Harris. So Harris and I have like a fun little rivalry, if you will, right? Like we just mess around and that's why, Jessica, you heard me say unfortunately, because it was supposed to be a player that was supposed to do it with me, but then they lost their tournament and they were no longer in a mood to do it with me.
Vinegar.
Ooh,
If you ever
Spy
go,
back to BWAC.
if you ever go to what is it?
Vinegar?
Penn Station. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Penn Station, they have really good fries, and they'll give you I don't know what it is. It's like malt vinegar, I think, or like whatever it's called.
Spy, this is why you want to scale out. Just giving you another example. If you would have tried to get more and more out of your puts, you would have gotten screwed, because look at the way Spy has just rocketed the past 10 minutes.
Oh, hey,
It's
my
gone
Qs
up
are-
about
my
2
Q-
points.
My Q calls are back up.
Well, let's see if my other trade is up. SIGA. All right, we're coming back up. Oh, would you look at that? My stop loss has been saved just a little bit there. Cute, cute. My drawing, I'm telling you, is the best bodybuilder and best security guard you can ever have in the world. Look at that. Just can't crack it. No entry below.
Sorry, you weren't sharing your screen for the
I
last
wasn't. That's okay.
5 minutes.
That's okay.
We can all
That's all right.
imagine. Just close your eyes and picture a chart, and then
With a
picture,
line.
and then picture some resistance.
Um,
I actually think that would work. I think if we all just close our eyes and picture the SPY chart and imagine it going up until the right, we can manifest it in real life. you believe in manifestation, Zunaid?
I do. Mainly because I love Law of Attraction, by the way. If no one's read the book, read the book. If you've never watched a video
What's it called?
on
The
Netflix-
Secret?
The Secret. Yes, there you go.
Thank you.
I read that when I was in college. By the way, SIGA testing VWAP here. I should have added some more shares here as my stop loss was so close, but that's on me. I'll be a loser for that. And I think it's more so like, I don't know if it's a placebo effect, but I feel like in your brain, you just do it a lot more because you consistently see it and you're thinking about it, and therefore you do it more. Does that make sense?
I think it does. And I think kind of what you're trying to say is like, if, and I've never read the book, but it's one of those books where like I've heard enough about it where I kind of get the gist. But if like the point of the book is like, oh, if you're a nice person that's pleasant to people, that will make people like more likely to want to be, whatever. It's one of those things like whether it's like true or not, where this like law of attraction works, just being a good person is like something you should strive to do anyway. So then it has, it's like what you're saying, like that placebo effect, like, oh,
absolutely.
Like it makes you feel better about yourself. So now you're more confident because you're
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when I was in school, I would love, I guess any time, not even school. Like if you dress well, not saying if you like are the slimmest and have the six pack or whatever. I'm talking about like if you dress well to what you believe you're confident in, you will then go ahead and put out the type of confidence and an aura that people enjoy being around. And therefore you will get better results, right? So if you wear an outfit to a presentation that you're very happy with and that you believe you look great in, you will then be confident enough to give a much better presentation. Therefore, you will hopefully get the result that you want out of that presentation. SPY, by the way, still trying to throw it on VWAP, and SIGA rejecting the $9.
No, corporate worker. I've never read Law of Attraction. Is Law of Attraction different?
Oh, is that even a book?
Is it different than The Secret? I thought it was
I
the
was
same
talking
thing.
about The Secret, which talks about the Law of Attraction. I have never read a book called Law of Attraction.
Yeah.
VZ on a 15-minute short. Let's go to VZ here.
But yeah, it's like one of those things. It's like karma. It's just like believing in karma. Like, oh, if I do good, like good things will happen, whether it's true or not. It's like a good thing to have, like, because then you're gonna, like, if everyone believed in karma and wanted to do good so that good things happen to them, like whether the intent of it was like ill, that like they wanted good things to happen in the end. But I don't know. I'm typically not really a big fan of like those kind of self-helpy books. With that said, some of them have some like very good lessons.
Has anyone read, let me address this VZ. I'll be honest, I don't necessarily see a good short entry because it's not near previous close. It's not below VWAP. I personally don't see a good short, but if you wanted to go short, the previous 15-minute close of the tech candle there, 60 cents would be your stop loss, and you could have a VWAP test of 40 be your entry. To me, it's not the best risk reward, but again, it's also not a stock that I trade often, or I don't think I've ever traded VZ whatsoever. People love talking about the book, The Art of Not Giving a, I have never read it. I'm curious if you have, and also if the chat has, and what their thoughts on that are. Q's 5 minute. Let's go ahead and check out the Q's.
No, so I have not. I think that's actually one. There's a few kind of more self-helpy books that are on my list. That one, and then Atomic Habits. I've heard very, very good things about from people that are like actually like very intelligent and smart. And that's the thing. I think a lot of these self-help books are like, I'm not saying they're bullshit, but I think for a lot of them, they're like things that people just like read. It sounds good when they're reading, but then they don't end up, implementing any of it like into their life. But I have heard great things from.
I just heard my thinker swim. I'm out. It's got stopped out on SIGA. Sorry, yeah.
I've heard great things about Atomic Habits, The Art of Not Giving a Bleep, and then the third one that I think is like very popular that I think I want to read at some point is The 4 Agreements.
The 4 Agreements. I don't think I've heard that one before.
Yeah. There's a show. Have you ever seen the show Barry on HBO?
I have not, sir. Great
show. Fantastic show. I recommend Barry to anyone.
I have not.
Yeah, Jim Cramer, I see you still talking about Mitch. Hey, look.
What? Come on. Stop.
Here's the last thing I'll say, Jim. If you think he's that wrong all the time, then you should love having him on, because then you could just do the opposite of what he says, and then you got free money all the time. Like, I have a friend like that who literally is I'll ask him, I'll call him and be like, yo, who's winning the basketball game tonight? The Warriors or the Mavs? And he'll be like, the Mavs. And I'll be like, bet. And I'll go bet on the Warriors because he is always wrong. It's incredible. Like you would like the law of average would say you would have to like be around 50-50. No, he's like 80% wrong. So, but come on, Jim. Pick on Mitch and I, or not Mitch and I. Pick on Zunaid and I. We're here.
Nah, fuck that. Pick on Spencer. What?
Yeah, true.
Pick on Spencer and ask him how SoFi is doing.
Yeah. And then as soon as you go inverse Mitch, that's when he'll start making good calls and you'll get burned.
Oh, man. And keep in mind, Mitch had a beautiful short on Lucid. I don't know if he covered everything, but I think majority of his position, he went ahead and covered on Lucid. Here's SoFi, by the way. Where did Spencer go ahead and invest? Right around here. I'm joking. I have no idea if he actually did or not, but just for the sake of making fun of him.
Okay, this might be the most classic, like the original kind of self-help book, the How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's like the most famous, but I've never wanted to read it just because of the title. Like How to Win Friends seems so schemy. Like I'm not trying to win friends. I'm just trying to be me. And if people want to be my friend, they want to be my friend.
How long is the book? Because that's another thing. If a book is like 700 pages, bro, I'll read 7.
It's pretty long. That one's pretty big. It's
Yes,
from like
yeah,
1926 or something. How to Win.
1920. They wrote books back then? I'm
Dale
kidding.
Carnegie.
I'm kidding.
Originally published in 1936.
Another reason that you should go and respect your stop losses, because now we're about 10 to 12 cents lower than my stop loss on SIGA as SPY. I'm going to get rid of this drawing because it's just useless at this point. Delete.
All right. What's the most like,
What's up?
I'm trying to think of the most like I think Upstart. I'm going to throw some calls on Upstart here.
You just throw calls at whatever.
I was thinking of like the most like what's like the most likely thing that can run like 20%. No, like the most like likely thing that could truly run like 20%. I think it's Upstart.
And you think it's Upstart?
I do.
That stock's already gone up from 25 to 50. That thing's already 100%. And you think there's another 20?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, dude, this thing was at fucking
400.
This thing was at 130 like
400.
I know it was
Look
at 400 like at the top, but no, Upstart is just like prone to making big moves. Like when it's down, it's down. When it's up, it's up.
95% from the highs is where it was at one point. All right, Jim, listen, this is your chance now. If you're going to fade anyone, here's some put action you can get.
Jay's fading me on Upstart. I like it. I'm just doing. I'm feeling YOLO-y today. Thursday, I can play some XBs that expire tomorrow. My QQQ calls are still up 68% right now, but I'm hanging on to those. Looking for a real lotto winner there.
By the way, shout out to Voodoo. You definitely did call out D-Dog. I even pulled it up, but then AB asked me a question. I got sidetracked. Beautiful entry at VWAP here at $94. Stop loss would have been right below. Now you're about a couple of points higher. I'm sure you played it. I appreciate you calling it out. I unfortunately missed it because AB was too busy asking me about law of attraction or something. I don't know. So that's what I'm going to blame it on. Let's see. What is a stock that can just go parabolic? A part of me wants to say hood, but you know what it is? I think it's also because of the fact that it's in single digits, or it was in single digits.
Yeah, I mean, I think that whole group of stocks, right? Your hoods, your Asanas, your Rokus, your kind of like big growthy Cathy Wood type stocks that have just gotten absolutely hammered. Those are your ones that if we do have a strong afternoon are going to have your best chance of being up. I mean, look, I just checked Asana. It's up 10% already. So like, that's where I think something like Upstart, Roku. Oh, wow. Upstart has puked ever since I got in. Good
Ever
fade.
Since you got in 20 seconds ago.
Yeah. Good fade there. Good fade there. Jay.
Oh, I love it. I love
Charlie
it.
Wood. Charlie Wood's dad right now is playing in the PGA Championship. Tiger doing pretty well, actually following. I don't know if anyone else is following that golf tournament.
I am not. Apple just coming on down. SPY.
Oh, BBW. Let's check in on BBW.
BBW. What is that? Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bear. Big.
Almost got myself in trouble there. By the way, why is this BBW not just bear? Like, come on, man.
Well, because
Just have
bear
it be named
bear would be a terrible stock ticker.
I don't give a, and then plus it's got something there. I get it. I
Wait,
get
but
it,
why?
like,
There really should be like a bull and bear.
so
like
let's see if there is.
No, there's not. I'm looking right now. Like
There's
that's
wisdom tree.
like we should make an ETF.
It's taken though. Bull is taken.
Bull is?
Yeah, it's a wisdom tree. Gold.
Oh, bullshit.
What about long? Long is taken too. Short's not. So if you SHRT.
You need that one.
Short. You have never met me in person.
I know we've talked about this. Where I
How
joke
tall
about.
are you?
I'm short too.
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'9".
Oh, okay, I'm 5'7". Damn.
But I'm short too.
Ugh. What was I about to do? Someone was telling me to look at a ticker. I forgot.
You know, it's like the saddest thing. Like I was just in Vegas over the weekend, and like I was just walking down the street, and there was this group of girls like walking past me. And you know how like girls are, they're all like talking to each other, gossiping, and like literally the only thing I hear is like I'm walking by them. They weren't talking about me, they were just talking about like some random guy. They were like, yeah, but he's like 5'8". And I was just like, God damn it. Like,
So is that really a thing? Okay, all the women in the chat,
no, that's a
Let
thing
us
for sure. I
know.
literally heard this and I was like, God damn it. Like I hate
let
hearing
us
that.
know
Like, poor
if
guy.
height
He's probably a
matters.
perfectly fine guy, and this lady probably would love him other than that. But she's like telling her friends, like, yeah, like he's great, but he's 5'8". I was like, all right, like
70 minutes. Oh, 70 minutes. I thought he meant 70-minute candle. I was like, I've never heard anyone use a 70-minute candle, Kevin. Okay, women in the chat, let us know if height really makes that big of a difference. Like, it's like, yo, if you ain't 6 feet, we're not going out. You know what I mean?
I think for
Like, if you yourself are 6 foot tall, then it's like, fine, I get it, right? Aesthetics on a picture or whatever else.
yeah, I would think most women, and I'm gonna speak for women here because I think I have the ability to do so. And I think all of them would agree. I think for most women, Zunaid said, I'm getting out of here. I think for most women, it's like a no, come on, don't do this to me. It's one of those things where it's like, is it a as long as they're taller than me, but that's probably not everyone.
Yeah,
I don't
look,
know.
you can't be 5'5" as a woman and want yourself a 6'3". All right, listen, there's got to be something to work with here. I mean, let me take it back. You can, it's your life, you do whatever you want, but like, come on, you know what I mean? And then you want someone who's above 6 foot. Then you want someone who has a good job, is decent looking, has a net worth north of 200,000. Like, come on. Jeff Bezos, I don't think fits that bill. I don't know how tall Jeff Bezos is.
Julie wants to know, are we going to your folks for dinner or staying in the back of the Camaro?
She's talking to you.
Oh, man. I'm 5'10", slightly higher, but I feel your pain. They want 6 or better. I like tall women. Yeah. All right.
Thankfully, Indian women are like shorter, so it's okay. I don't have to meet that 6 foot criteria. You know what I mean? It's fine. By the way, we've completely gone away from trading, and I apologize. But someone asked me to look at Grab. I don't see much. It's obviously been climbing for the past 10 minutes or the past few 10 minutes. Risk reward would have been the one this. So let's talk about hindsight, because that's easy to always play with. Hindsight, if you were looking at this and if this 10-minute candle had closed above $3, cool. I'm getting an entry here because then I know that my stop loss is going to be below VWAP, which then would be around this area. So below 290, I would have gone stopped out. So I would have been risking about maybe 15 cents or so. That is hindsight trading, but I always like to take a look at, hey, where could have I entered? And then go that way. But
Zunaid, can I get a quick,
what's up?
Can I get a quick check on Upstart?
You sure can. Is it bleeding?
Hell no, it ain't.
Oh, look at you. Oh, look at you. Look at you all happy. Now here's serious thing. Upstart is coming to $50, which I believe should be a psychological level for it to go short. You can see here, $50 rejected. Obviously it went up, right? It went up to the 50-55s, close to it, or it went up to 50-50 and then it rejected. Are you holding in hopes of a break of 50? I assume
Hell
you
yeah,
are, because
I
you're not
am.
scalping
Hell
30
yeah, I
cents
am.
here.
It's me against Jay, and Jay's out there short. I'm long. We're gonna see who wins.
Tell me your long position again. What is it?
I have $55 calls that expire tomorrow.
Okay. 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 We need a segment where we just YOLO stuff. We brought this up before. We need Jason to give us $1,000 a week. Me 500, you 500 as AMD is crossing. Look at these alerts. AMD. Should we scalp this short? I believe we will. All right, I'm going to go short. Here, let me go ahead and pull up some AMD puts. Oh, it's above 100, so maybe that wasn't a good idea. I'm going to do it anyway. No, am I not? I'm going to do it
Zunaid,
anyway.
would it surprise you if I told you that I
Went short AMD for fun, literally one contract because that's how crazy we are. Went short AMD, $99 puts expiring tomorrow. Got filled at $1.56, excuse me.
Would it surprise you if I told you I'm buying my Upstart calls with an Upstart loan?
Can you imagine if that was a thing? Can you imagine shorting Upstart with Upstart's loan money?
It's a thing. You can do it right
No,
now.
you can't. How?
What do you mean? If you can go on Upstart and get a loan, and
don't you have to buy something though?
no, the money will be in your account like tomorrow, bro. I'm telling you.
I thought you had to buy something and then they pay that company. So if I wanted to use it on Amazon, they
No,
pay
no,
Amazon
no,
and then
no,
you
no,
pay
no.
Upstart back.
That's a firm. That's a firm.
What the hell? I thought they were the same thing.
No,
clearly
Upstart-
I'm the guy who doesn't know what Upstart works. I'm talking about the CNBC clip that everyone's seen by now.
Yeah,
Tell me how Upstart works.
It's literally all Upstart is it's the technology for like a loan approval process. So Upstart's business is that they can approve or deny someone for a loan, a personal loan, quicker than anywhere else. So if you go on Upstart's website right now, Zunaid, you type in some personal info, I kid you not, within 5 minutes, they have you approved or like denied.
Including my social?
Probably. But they don't do they do a soft credit pull, so like you don't get like a hit on your credit score. But yeah, they literally will just give you $15,000 like tomorrow, no questions asked.
How much would you like to borrow? 50,000. All right.
Yeah.
Next, what are you doing? Credit card debt, consolidation. Let's
just
go
click other. That's what I did.
I'm gonna go consolidation. What else can you? Does it have making an investment?
I just clicked other. And they were like,
you know what? All right, real quick on my AMD short. What are you guys looking at? I don't even know what you're looking at here. Okay, you're looking at the AMD. AMD, we bought those puts at 156. They're now currently trading for a whopping 5% gain at 166. I'm waiting for it to hopefully test the 99.50s. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried about this one, but since it's one contract, who cares? We're hoping to get some lunch money. It's fine. But I am going to have a sell order out here at 175 and 174.
All right,
My sell orders at 174.
I got to give props to Zunaid and Jay. Or Zunaid called out the $50 level, maybe a psychological level for Upstart. Looks like we ran into some resistance. Jay, you might win this. You might win this battle of bull versus bear. But what I will say is just keep an eye on Upstart. If we do get above that $50 level and are able to hold. And it looks like some of these growthier, ARKK, Roku signs or stocks are doing well. Then that's that environment where, okay, Upstart could really, really rip this afternoon. But
when were you born? When's your birthday?
97.
I need a month as well and a date.
Why are you trying to get? I'm not gonna apply for another loan. I already owe Upstart like so much money. I'm just kidding.
Let's just see. I just want to see what the process is like, right?
It's super easy. That's why I did this. I was like, there's no way.
So you actually applied for a loan?
Yes. I was like, there's no way it's that easy as they make it out to be. And then I did it and I was like, oh no, it is. It's a lot easier than I even thought. And then I was like showing Luke how crazy this was. And Luke was like, oh, I want to try. And Luke asked for like an $100,000 loan. And they were like, yeah, sure. Who gives a fuck? Here's $100,000.
I'm just making up addresses at this point.
Don't do it. Don't. No one.
I won't
no
actually.
One, no one do it. Yeah, but someone in the chat's gonna be like, "Oh, this cool thing AB showed me. I got this loan."
What is the interest rate? That's a good question. What's the interest rate?
Okay, when I did it, it actually wasn't terrible. Like it was like a little bit higher than what you would get at like a normal bank, but for the convenience of like not having to do all that, it was decent. But that was probably like 6 months ago when I checked. So now it's probably a little bit higher as interest rates have gone up.
All right, real quick. I went ahead and exited all of my puts here at 180. Our entry was 156. I'm out at 180 of everything. And let's talk about it here. Let me stop fooling around and then we'll go back to this. By the way, you should just, here's what we should do. We should just let this show run past 11:30 and just leave Spencer hanging by himself. Here's the put on AMD. Why? Because I love my whole numbers and I don't care what you have to say about it. Rejection of $100. I just wanted a quick scalp. I got my 50-cent scalp and I'm out of it. I don't think this is going back to VWAP. I'm not trying to predict this to go into zero. Just get my 30-cent scalp. And why am I not even having my charts up, AB? That's on you. Your name literally has producer in it, but that's okay.
Facts.
$100 rejection right here. My stop loss would have been above 50 cents, and we got our 50 cents. Matter of fact, if you held on to it, you got a whole $1 here. But I'm already out at what the 180s. Quick little 30-cent scalp on the options, and we are banking.
I just want the record to show that if I lose money on this upstart trade, that I was in the green.
Yo, it's already down $1.
Hold on. I just want it on the record that I was green on the trade at one point, which is what really matters.
It literally does not matter.
No, it matters that
Matters to who?
to
You gonna pay bills with that? Be like, hey man, I can't afford this steak, but I want you to know I was green. And
I was green if I had sold. If I had sold. But yeah, just know that it was green at one point, which that was why I called it out. And then now I'm sitting on I'm only down 11% on the trade right
Bro,
now.
it's down a whole $1.25 since I told you $50 rejection. Are you gonna hold? And you said, yeah, I'm holding it.
I'm like the captain of the Titanic. I will go down with the ship.
Look at this barcoding here action, man. We've literally been in the range of approximately 392s. Look at that. What is that? A 5-point range? Bada bing, bada bang. Let's see what the Qs are doing. I know the Qs aren't any better. Qs are even messier. Just literally, it's like a print shop here. No real trend whatsoever. And there's no Fed stuff happening at 2 today, right? The homeboy already spoke on Tuesday.
He spoke, but not for like a Fed thing. It was just like an interview with Wall Street Journal. I don't believe there's any Fed talk today.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Oh man. Oh yeah, but I was going to talk to you guys about option squawk. So basically what I do at Benzinga is around 11 to 1 or between those hours. If I see any options that I believe are interesting and that are moving the markets, I will go ahead and call them out. Similar to how Charlie calls out the options as well. He's a much better individual than I am. And he'll call out the news and stuff. So if you guys remember a while back, I called out the Nike trade. We talked about, I think it was Plug that had some stuff and Run as well. Just calling out those options in case you want to scalp it, in case you want to swing trade it, whatever the case may be. It's completely up to you, however you want to play it. So that's pretty much what we call out. Today, I haven't really seen anything interesting, but I've been hanging out with Matt Bomer here, so I haven't really paid attention either. And as I say that, here is a huge option sweep. You've got this is a long-term though. You've got NVAX, ticker NAVX. Let me go ahead and put it up here.
Novavax.
The action. You got Novavax. The 105 calls coming in on the ask, expiring January 20th of 2023. Approximately $2 million worth. And that's ticker
Wait, so this guy's buying calls that are like 100% higher than the price right now?
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you.
This is like, I bet that was Fauci or someone that knows like a new wave of COVID is coming or something.
That's what I'm telling you.
Someone in the chat, who was it? Kevin said, check out options at 400 for the SPY and Qs tomorrow. Are you looking at calls?
I assume you're taking an open interest. Is that what you're saying? Because I think someone was talking about pinning it because of the calls. So let's see, 400 on SPY. Open interest on that is approximately 39,000. Total volume today, 71,000.
Oh,
what do you want me to look at?
All right.
Can you please explain the difference between a trade and a sweep transaction? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, are you talking about on Benzinga Toronto type 1 or yes? If that's what you're talking about, then I'll explain it to you.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the sweeps on the unusual options.
Yeah, so it's actually, and this is something I want to get changed, and I hope we do it soon. I actually like to look at it as a block and a sweep. A block is me going to AB and being like, AB, you have 10 pens on your desk. I want to buy all 10 of them for $1. And he says, cool. And I say, yes. A sweep is if I say, Spencer, AB, I want 20 pens and I don't care how fast or who can give them to me. I just want it. So a sweep is where you go to more than one broker to complete that transaction. Like you're sweeping more than one broker to go ahead and get those puts and whatever else. Whereas a block is just from one exchange. So that's why for me, if I see that $2 million, it was a sweep. If that $2 million was a block, I'm not really paying attention to it because it could have been a pre-negotiated thing where a sweep to me is more urgent. And you can see ever since we called it out, you could have scalped Novavax for about 40 cents, 50 cents here. But at market price, yes. It just shows urgency to me, and you can ask others as well. To me, sweeps show urgency because they're like, I don't give a what the price is. I want these contracts. I want this many, and I want it now.
All right, Zunaid,
50-cent scalp on Novavax.
I may
What's
have
up?
to hop here just because I'm going back on live here in about 5 minutes at 11:30 from a different location. I just made sure the redirect is set. But it was
So
my
do I need
pleasure.
to end broadcast or do I just do I still hit the red button here?
You can. Yeah.
Well, you said redirect, so is it going to cut me off at 11:30?
No. You
So
don't.
when I hit end broadcast, it'll just redirect to you guys.
Yes.
All right, cool.
At
Got it.
11:29, whenever you want to do it, really, man.
Whenever Spencer spams my Slack like he does to Mitch.
Exactly. And then we'll be back tomorrow, correct?
We will. I actually don't know. I have to look at the schedule. My
right.
phone's in the other room, but we'll figure it out.
All right. Well, it was my pleasure hanging out with you, sir.
See ya.
And,
Have fun, man. Good luck with the interviews.
peace.
But yeah, a block could be pre-negotiated, by the way, now 60 to 70 cents on that scalp on Novavax. Where a sweep just shows urgency. That's all it is. It's just saying, I don't care where you have to get the contracts from. Get them for me. I want them right now. Period. I don't care what they cost. Which then folks like me, traders, see that urgency and they go ahead and try to slap the ask as well. And you can go ahead and see the increase in volume here as well. I don't know the exact moment I called out the trade. I believe it was at around 11:19, which is right here. So I called out that trade at 11:19, which is right here. And when I say that trade, I'm talking about the options trade. And you can see we've just been moving higher and higher. That's a whole point that you could have tried to scalp. And you see volume increasing relative to what it was in the past hour as well. So traders see, oh, snap, big dog's trying to buy it. I want to get in on it too. And then it's just you're tripping over each other to get in. Now, if you watch CNBC and if the Nigerians are on, let's see if Novavax is a trade that they mention. Maybe not because it's so out of the money that it could be a little unhealthy. They usually like shorter term stuff that they like to call out, but keep an eye on it. And if they do, then, well, you got it here before there. Is anyone playing path? We keep making moves. Guide us to the right path. The path of those. No, I'm kidding. Wow. Stair step in here. Just moving higher and higher. And look at how well it respects VWAP as well the whole time. It's a nice trade. I like it. Tesla, by the way, let's see if it ever broke that 700. It did break 700, and then it came right back up. It never came to the area I wanted it to, but that's okay. SPY, let's see what AMD. And see, this is what I was talking about. This AMD short that we took, I don't need it to go back to VWAP. My risk was 50 cents, so my reward was 50 cents. It was a one-to-one trade, and we got a whole dollar out of it. I didn't personally get the dollar out of it, but that's on me. I use Benzinga, and I have another platform that I use for options. You can DM me if you'd like, because I selfishly do have an affiliate link, and I don't want to talk about another service. But that's the reason for that AMD short, that $100. It just works out very nice. Twitter. God bless anyone that bought Twitter at $50 to scalp it for that $4 move when it gets bought out. And now you're looking at this ugly thing. A SPY. Look at that. Still in that range. Still in that little box. Not doing anything so far. Still hanging out there. NVAX bottom 2. A lot of bottoming now, in my opinion. NVAX. NVAX. 1 minute. Looks like 59 was resistance for a moment there. Oh, this is interesting. You've got some options coming into Zillow. The $45 call is expiring June 3rd, so in less than a month. Bullish on turkey sandwiches. All right. I like Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich, but if you like turkey sandwich, that's good for you. Zillow, if it can get over this 45.50, that could be nice. You can see that's where the previous resistance was. And it's just really important to take a look at levels. You can see on Zillow here, the 44.50 was holding here. And you can obviously see the 45.50 is acting as resistance here as well. By the way, what was that other trade that we had taken an L on? And that was SIGA? Yeah, SIGA. Coming back. Did it bounce off of the 50s? Oh, would you look at that? Bounce right off of 851. What a surprise. Not in this trade, though. We've got about another couple of minutes before we hang out. Yeah, come on, Jim. Look, I understand you're not a fan of Mitch, and that's perfectly fine. You can have your opinion, but there's no need for that, man. Mitch works very hard to host the shows and transition and all the other shows that he does. So come on, man. Let's lay off, pal. Let's see what SPY is doing. Is it still in that box? It sure is. Still in that little box. Can you imagine? You know what I'm going to do? I am going to have this on 10 minutes. And I am going to have this little box extend all the way. I think 16 is 4 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah, 16 is 4 o'clock. It'll be really funny if SPY just trades in this little box till close. You know what I mean? It'll be really funny. Any questions in the chat? I've got about another minute with you guys before I have to send it to our folks over at Benzinga Live. Range in the box is tightening a bit, isn't it? I mean, yeah, it's literally a 5-point range, right? I mean, it would end up being, I believe, oh, it's not even an inside day. I was wrong. Yeah, because we went ahead and started gapping down, and then we never actually quite made it green. But yeah, look at that. Just the perfect range that it's in bin right now. Weird. And I don't do strat, so maybe that's something to do with strat as well. I don't really know. Benzinga doing any penny segments? I rarely mess with any pennies, so I have no idea, man. That's above my pay grade. Can I look at Walmart? Should I look at Walmart before we go? Walmart coming up near VWAP. Okay, so if you want to go short Walmart, this is a decent spot. Your stop loss would be above 120.50. It's at 120, and it's also at VWAP. So if you believe the market continues lower and you like the risk reward, this is solid in my opinion. Not saying it'll work, obviously, but just from a risk reward standpoint, you can see it's rejecting VWAP a little bit on the 10-minute and obviously on the 5 as well. Yeah. A pop above 150, 120.50 could be your stop loss here. Just depends on what you believe the market's going to do. Let's take a look at VIX before we go. VIX is coming down a little bit. Let's look at VXX. Qs. Qs are stair-stepping higher. They continue to make higher highs. You can see higher high, higher high, higher high. It just depends on if it holds or not. The 291s is holding pretty well here, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with us, all 700 of you, through this whole 2-hour long stream, whatever it might be. It's always a pleasure. And yeah, hopefully we'll see y'all tomorrow. If not, have a great day. And make sure you invest in yourself. Make sure you read in the weekends, review charts, and try to get those small wins. It's not about retiring tomorrow. It's about making sure you can financially be free for you and your family a year from now, 2 years from now. Look at it as a college degree. Just go ahead and invest the time into yourself. I promise you it's the best gift that you can give yourself is learning how to trade properly, because you can trade anywhere in the world. You guys have seen me trade at hotels and things like that. So appreciate you guys hanging out. It is 11:30. You guys enjoy. Do me a favor. I'm going to redirect you, I guess. They set it up. I don't know how to do that. I'd mess it up. But make sure you spam We Love AB and Spencer when you get there. Just spam We Love Spencer and AB when you get there. You guys have a great day. Have a blessed day. See ya.